isn't always going to garner you a map win. It's being, I guess, out of the realm of what your opponent is going to expect. And we have seen that from this Gallerist team back on Crossfire versus Wolves. Being able to take opportunities out of thin air, specifically with Lucasen. He's going to spawn into this one with the Annihilator, I'm sure, but the problem is that you go in towards raid where I wouldn't say the HSO shotgun is null and void, but you're not going to find that double shotgun hit that we got on Crossfire.
Yeah, for sure. At this stage of the tournament, I think anything is winnable.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that just because I went all in on Gallerist winning here, but taking a look, we do also have, of course, multiple.
Bro, my whole stream OBS logged me out. That's fucked up.
About what's going on with the new gen ninjas and OUG game. So with that and with this small break,
What the hell?
we'll throw things back over to Beef Mama to give us an update of what's going on the second screen.
Two different storylines so far in day number
Bro, what's wrong with my TikTok?
Elevate and Q9, they're going to be going up against each other. Haven't lost at all in this competition. But on the other hand, take a look at the bottom. We got teams at the brink of elimination. This is day number 2, baby.
Yo, is my TikTok good?
For the action.
So you see it down there. OUG,
Holy, screaming at me.
new gen ninjas. So we've got all 3 Chinese representatives making it into the top 6. And of course, the big news is that Wolves OUG, that's been a saucy series when they've played at CDM, so I wouldn't rule anyone away from what
You start TikTok stream? TikTok scuffed.
Miok for free? No chance.
Wait, what?
Vibes up there is crazy. Dogs out.
Holy, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, get that fan on there, too.
Dude, that's actually kind of nasty, my goat. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking gross.
Oh man.
World Championships, Saturdays, Sundays. It's always so fun when the COD mobile community gets together. You never know what's gonna happen. Kind of like box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get.
What the hell? The dog's out like that?
So rogue, bro.
He really does.
Whatever he wants, he gets.
Ain't no way.
Apparently, I did not make that rule up, but apparently
he got his bathroom break and he came flying back over here, and the reason why he was so fast is because he had just best grip possible on the floor.
Oh man, I love.
That's actually crazy.
These guys are nuts.
Gallerist are looking locked though. They're sitting there chatting even probably about that first round strategy, even trying to play a couple rounds down the line. And I know that that's something that Lucasen really does pride himself off of when it comes down to this team, is the over preparation, trying to get these guys within the right headspace.
Bro, the fucking dog's out with the fan on it. It fucking smells disgusting, yo.
Who is going to remain on top? You know, Kings from OG or King from Wolves. In here, we've seen that today, Kings from OG has done a really, really good job. And just before anything happens, at some point I'm gonna mix them up. I'm a little bit dyslexic, so please ignore me if I call King Kings or Kings King. You know, it's there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, what's it called? Blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. We'll go with Blue King and Gold King.
Okay.
It's a case.
That's actually absurd.
Looking across these players, I'm kind of tuning in here all the way through the day. OUG, where they just lost a map, just won a map. That's jokes, all fun. Not seeing that right there. I think they recognise the task that's in front of them. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes it's the right thing to lock in. Other times it's good to be a bit free flowing, a bit carefree, and kind of bring that into your game.
Yeah, that moment where you're playing a game, you suddenly are losing, and you just like, you know, sort of stretch your back, you make sure that you're not that curved, and try to focus or hyper focus for that matter into the situation. And well, a lot of times it goes good, but if it's too much pressure that you feel it can actually go against you, so it's gonna be nice to get a look onto the map.
How delayed am I?
We're getting straight onto map number. We're getting straight onto map number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wolves versus OUG, the 2 representatives from China about to fight neck to neck, side to side as they try to move forward on the World Championships with Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, for one last time, we'll break off for map 1 in stream B.
Wait, Stalwart Glory started. This is a good match.
Not so fast. What's crack-a-lackin'? 17-14 in the life count, 25 seconds remaining, and that means Gallerist have to commit to something. Tons of nades over the top, but it's 3 down, and Gallerist can pause the clock with 22 seconds as they try to play around B.
You get more players that are actually spawning parallel over towards Laundry, so these nades are going to be resupplemented. Skurd, Reef, able to move their way forward. You got more players nearby resupplementing these nades, and now if you're Gallerist, you're kind of forced to get back over towards A. They spawn parallel to it, Alan, but they're late to hop it.
It's fine. They're able to get this thing back to a 10-10 count. Hen's got an opportunity to stall things with the Pred missile. Lucasen also connects. Now a life lead to Gallerist. 9 seconds is where the clock comes to a pause as the first tick gets locked. An opportunity to try to get a little bit more here as Hen has a Sparrow at the ready if he wants it. Stalwart trying to pull a full
The Lories need to lock in.
bedroom control. FDX at money window is smoked out, and here's the Sparrow overhead. Countered by the
True, I'm going to put down an ungodly amount of food. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, cheat day. I was like, that's random. Oh, 4v5? 4v4? Get on.
It's gonna be a foot race.
Oh, he didn't barely, yeah, barely.
So close until it was so far away. Just the 2 segments captured there for Galaris. Keep in mind for the round 5 defense at the very least, but what a wonderful job of just constantly cycling players out of these powerful positions. Those delayed spawns that came through to the backside of Laundry to resupplement those nades, that doesn't end up coming through as quick as it did. They probably don't recontest that ring assault. So now over towards the offense. Here comes Stalwart. Immediately through the map, trying to get over towards A first.
And they're just quick to get over towards bottom side Tiki and through the pool. It's a good old-fashioned wellness weekend for them on the A zone. STE looking clean on this opening breakoff. Operators are still relatively even, but the lives are at this point, if you're Galaris, if you don't find an opening elimination to crack the code on this, you're chalking and rotating.
Should be. Death Machine's now pulled out as well for Skirt. Gets shut down. Nade stuns over the top. Galaris are positioning themselves in money window for the contest and through open stairs.
What?
They found the opening, Alan, and they were able to swarm around the A zone. So the second segment does get locked, but now parallel are Stalwart to B.
That looked like is about as easy to read as it possibly could have been with Galaris coming through Laundry, cracking
Ooh.
through. That should have been a pool cross cut.
Absolutely.
That Stalwart
This could be a 3-0 for Stalwart. I'm not saying control, I'm just saying like overall 3-0.
Onto the Tempest.
Why not Krispy Kreme? Dude, we don't even got a Krispy Kreme here or a Dunkin'. Canadian things. I don't even have Wingstop. I don't have Raisin Kings. I don't have Arby's. I got nothing. I got no Jollibee either. I got a Chick-fil-A. That's actually not bad. I love Chick-fil-A.
Major opportunity for Stalwart to extend the clock.
Oh, choke.
Pick your poison here. You got players already lurking around Tiki, which FDX, he pulls the Annihilator to be able to win.
Oh, that's awkward.
Knows that there's another player inside a money window, and who else is it but the Annihilator player himself.
We got Timmy's. Tim Hortons, yay. Tim Hortons low-key like one of the top tier fast foods though, so not complaining.
And I don't know
We do have Timmy's.
Oh, and how about a little left right? But did they know that Foki has taken that same position? Focus is over.
You're in Canada, Annie. No hope. Stop. Don't hurt my feelings, bruh.
Looks like Jai and the rest of Stalwart will
Fuck
get
this.
the extra 60.
Fuck this place.
But the biggest thing is this may not even be down to a TDM. You have to be perfect for Galaris to keep Stalwart off the zone with that second tick already locked.
That's absolutely right.
Huge.
Mind you, FDX did connect with the nade on a Foki, so he knows that he's still lurking around here looking for the spawn trap. But that's one less player that both these two teams have been missing. 2 if you're counting for Galaris, if they want to try to retake over by that A zone.
There's no, you can't spawn trap when it's a 4v6. There's no more respawns available. You gotta win out from the
4v5.
4v5. The timing for Foki. Expect this.
Foki actually has god timing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Lori is about to be knocked out, chat.
It's looking good to be closing things out here. Galaris really got a piece.
Dude, I don't even have a Chipotle near me, bro. That's what I miss out the most on.
What do they even have?
We have a Barburrito. Barburrito is pretty good. We have Fat Bastard Burrito too. Can't be too mad. I just wish we had like a Wingstop. That would slap. Nah, if we had a Jollibee, I'd be happy. Chipotle, Jollibee, or what was the other one?
But they're stuck at the moment. And this does not feel
oh, Wingstop. Chipotle, Jollibee, Wingstop.
Spawn threat. You've also got a death machine working
that shit was slap.
The back. Oh, this is taking a lot of ammunition. Tell you would. Oh. Eventually able to connect, but he's going to run out of this thing. And for Galaris, it doesn't turn into too much in terms of offensive pressure.
Yeah, they're not converting their kills to actual hill time or point time. So that's or like ticks, I guess.
Trying to get themselves over towards
holy beam.
Zone just to try to stall out the clock, let alone get a couple of segments.
Damn, he's chasing?
Reverse sweep of the control would be an insane
he chased.
Feat. And they're fighting the eliminations not only to continue the zone progress, Alan, but also get a 3-life lead. And they have operators for rotation. They're holding on to them just in case these players over by jungle.
Laid off contact.
I mean, this would be
What's my FOV max?
Not talking about the one with Gwenda. Talking about what we got out of the Latin Americans. Foki, Tempest in hand. 2 other operators. How do you set this up with plenty of time on the clock? You have to be efficient. You would love to be able to hold on to these ops for the next round if you can get there. Big if.
I don't know about Panda Express chat. I don't know about that. I just bought your Kadam skin. I love it. I'm glad. I wish it was actually my skin though. Fuck.
The middle of the map. There's still where players are lurking around jungle, so you feel like that once everybody spawn back up, once they get out from spawn, some operators.
Boom. Boom.
Huge.
That was actually a huge 3-piece.
1 life edge though for Gallerus. 60 seconds. But a pop-off moment.
Choke. Huge double. Huge double.
Eventually shut down by the Sparrow, but you have to pull the ops just to see another round if you're Gallerus. And they very well may have
Yo, I'm stressed.
to do so, but it's expensive.
There's only 1 player on the capture, 100-killer drone. We'll keep that 1 player weak, forced to jump out. Hen now dead.
Wow.
Won't be
It actually 40 seconds.
Lead by a single life, but this Sparrow is threatening for Reef. The smoke comes through over by
Yo, ADS Clove, ADS.
These bolts. Stalwart are just hurling around the backside of Laundry.
He got timing up his ass. He got timing up his ass.
FDX is going to try to call game here with the Annihilator out. Hits onto 1.
It's over. It's over.
Now Stalwart with the life edge and the clock in their favor.
Unless number 5 can do something. Nope, it's done. It's done. It's done. GG's. It's done. GG's.
A master class from Stalwart. 4v3. Last chance for Gallerus to try to stay alive in this tournament, and Clove is not going to let it happen.
GG's.
Bang, done. No problem. Stalwart 3-0.
Damn.
Goodbye to the Latin Americans.
Dude, they're talking shit, but neither of them speak each other's language.
Regaining control of what's going on because they were.
Fuck your mom. Fuck your mom too. No, I'm kidding.
And they figured out this is what we'll do from what we've seen. It is.
Oh shit, this is close as hell. Wait, this game close as heck.
Slow start, but they make the adjustments, figure it out as they go. Being said, OUG, they've shown us they've got the stamina.
Lucason's gonna tweak, bro. Nah, he's not, but imagine.
And Solo tucked into the corner will be found out. 2 kills for Sounds as he finds his way to the
Let's go,
point.
OUG.
Tectonic's going to try and answer. Raph yet again with the KRM. So adept with it. Will get the lead back. What's left of this scrap time will be contested over because the
Raph on that freaking KRM, bro.
P1. Wolves will be in.
Zai has 43. Oh wow, okay, what the hell?
Insane 180, 168. Advantage going in favor of OUG. A great control now as they try to move over.
Got jumped.
P1.
Jumped by three players, bro. That's fucked.
Missile from up above by King.
Nice Pred, nice.
They also took down Solo with the death machine. There's
Those are good kills.
For Raph, 29, making 30.
Let's go, Raph.
30 bomb now for Raph as he continues to push for more. They realize that there's someone inside of the hill. They quickly try to get rid of him. Not gonna be possible. Death machine from up above, coming down from Sai, rushing into the hill, finds a double, tries to go for the triple, tries to help out his teammates, and that's gonna be the clean area now in favor of Wolves as they try to once again close that gap.
Zai does so well there, not only by shutting down the claw in the hands of Raph, but just controlling any reinforcements that arrived. And it's a bit of a shimmy.
Wow, I'd be pissed. That's a stupid hit marker.
Raph cleans that up. 3 clean kills for OUG. And the feed's looking pretty here. If you
were born and raised in South Africa but moved to the US. What do you miss the most about South Africa now that you're here in the States? Well, I say here in the States, that's if I live there, but I don't.
And it's going to need
in NA.
moments of magic. 47 kills on the board for Zai, 42 for Win.
Like for me, because I was born in China, I left when I was 7. The biggest thing I miss about China is how cheap and delicious like the dim sum is, or like the breakfast buns, the youtiao, the congee. And I miss the high-tech, super futuristic malls. Those are crazy. The rugby? You don't play rugby in the States? Rugby is pretty popular. What's low shedding?
With so very few kills, they've been so effective in those kills to make sure that they are taking as much value as possible.
Holy Wolves comeback.
The rest of this will tie it and send us surely to a final hill at P3. OG also can't win it here. So it's a case of, well, how long do you stick around? You can see they're already starting to fight for the spawns on P3. Predator missile's going to come in from Kings to stop that push. And support his brother in the back line, and Raf will lose that fight. Kings finds wind. If you are Wolves, you're still getting
Oh my
respawn.
fucking god, I'd be
So far
pissed.
back. You need your boys on the outside to arrive, and they do. 3 dead. OUG in. It will be contested.
Oh
It's 30
shit.
points for Wolves,
I think Wolves
24
win
for
this.
OUG. This is surely the last hill.
Equalizer is huge.
Nobody got
We're gonna tie
ops.
things up. Beck currently waiting for the opponents, trying to go for them. Not gonna work out. There's gonna be 2 operators.
Never mind. OUG's in, OUG in.
Knows what he's doing.
Never
There's a
mind, they have
Tempest
all their
from the
ops.
inside. Just
It's because they
currently
popped
waiting
it
less
when
than
I
10
said
seconds
that.
away.
I'm a
20 seconds
dumbass.
away from victory. 35 kills, waiting for the next one. His ally is down, tries to defend, gets the kill inside.
You can't
of the
even break
kill.
that
There's
'cause
the
it's
cartel with the
Tempest.
Trying to survive, trying to remain alive. There's gonna be the push, not gonna break through. The clone-up are gonna be used by Raf to clear things up. That's a double. Goes for the triple, does not get it.
Oh my
There's
god,
the
what is
death machine
happening?
inside now by its
What is
side.
happening?
Already with 56
No way,
kills,
not like
they have
this.
control.
Not
There's
like
enough
this.
time. There's enough time for Wolves to steal
Not like
victory away.
this.
Can they do it?
Got a
There's
touch.
the Hunter Killer drone from outside. They're trying
touch.
to break through.
Oh,
they
no.
finally do it, but it's still not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough.
Holy.
249 and OG are still alive. And
Holy
they have
shit.
the initial hold.
Egg will get here. Zai
Holy
trying to
shit.
drive in through the north side. OUG
It's over,
not
GG's.
1 second to
again.
go.
Holy
And
shit.
another 50 to 249 victory happens on the B stream. OUG dived
Oh
the point in
my
just enough time.
God.
Half a second from Wolves taking it.
A second.
And OUG will celebrate in style. Raf gets loud and he deserves
Oh my
to.
god.
Such a good performance there.
What the
to
hell,
rip that away,
chat?
to snatch it.
I don't know who got himself into the hill for half a second just to die, because that's what he did. He got in just to die. But because of that death,
That's
they end up
crazy.
with a victory in a game that they are losing by what? 40 kills?
It's a lot of kills, yes, it's a lot of kills. I'm not sure who it was. I think it's Solo who decides to dive the point there, a mortar.
No
for his
way.
goodness. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's enough to see you through. What a performance out of all of these players, but none more so than Kings. 53 and 46 to top the way, plus
Dude,
20
what the
assists, nearly
hell?
a minute in the hill. We know that Summit is chaotic, it's about controlling that, but sometimes I think that players thrive in it, and for OUG, Kings is certainly one of them. A great performance. That being said, on the other side, Wolves,
Dude, that was
if
the
you're
best
someone like
match
Zai
so
right now, you're
far.
looking at how many kills you put up, you're kind of questioning how the hell did we not win this? How did we not turn this into more points?
Yes.
And it's moments like that at the end, selfless plays from OUG. We saw some great technical ability out of Wolves, but we didn't really see that.
It's just crazy. I'm still trying to get over this game, because we were talking about the mental coming down from Wolves, right? How do you feel now that you have lost a game that should have had earned it like 3 points
Wow.
ago? You are not properly getting the hill time that you should be getting with so much of a kill differential. That is just a huge mistake coming down from the side of Wolves. And I mean, we were talking about the fact that they always look to be calm. In here, I genuinely feel like they should be concerned, and understandably so. They lost to Elevate, and right now they're losing to OG.
They certainly are. And what I will say, to put this context of the whole series together, you did say that OUG had to win map 1. You do not want to be looking down the rest of that series, having lost a map that we know you're good on, to a Wolves team that are very good on Apocalypse if we get to that map 4. Let's look ahead. Let's talk about the Coastal S&D. We've seen OUG walk relatively comfortably over the New Gen Ninjas. How much we can take away from that, I don't really know.
What
and
the
I guess I'll pose
hell?
the question to you. Is it one of those where they dominated a team that should have been quite close? Or is it a case of they had a system and New Gen Ninjas had nothing to counter that? Does that factor into how you're thinking they'll perform against Wolves?
I definitely feel like it's a completely different situation now for OUG, because although they did great against the New Gen Ninjas, it comes down to the fact that they were not playing S&D, they were playing Team Deathmatch by rounds, you know, and it was a completely different scenario. This time around, Wolves, yes, it's their not so great game mode, but it's still
Okay, I think
Wolves,
Wolves
a team
win
from
this.
China, who managed to end up as a first seed.
Did you hear what Raph
China.
said?
So
Like something
I feel like
fuck.
it's nowhere near the fair comparison for the side of OUG, and I said it was important for that same reason for OUG to win the Hardpoint, because the search and destroy I feel like it should be more inclined to Wolves, but then again...
Now watch the GOATs at
Overwatch
OUG win
mental
this. That'd be
has
crazy,
been,
actually.
you know,
Oh, what the fuck?
shattered a bit on the side of Wolves.
I was gonna nade himself.
Well, we should
Raph,
find
what the
out.
fuck?
Raph almost finds out just how much momentum a frag grenade has. As it misses
Raph
his
almost
ear
took himself
by
out.
millimeters. Using this KRM to hold Sellers down.
I like that boxing
That
glove.
feels
Where'd
like
you
the
get
perfect
that,
spot for
chat?
him with how good he looked. Tectonic starts off with 2 here, finds Win, Sounds, and King. 3 dead.
I've never
And there
played
goes
rugby.
Peg. And as simple
Wow,
as you like,
nice.
OUG walks straight through.
I've
the
never
whole
played
time.
rugby. Is it a physical, like,
I mean,
contact
I'm
sport?
sorry, OG, I died with you, I guess. 3 kills for Tectonic, 2 kills for Cartels, and not a single casualty or kill
Have y'all ever
in the
played-
world
I don't know.
for the OUG
Y'all ever played COD, bro?
roster. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, but okay, let's go ahead and
Info
see what
nade.
happens. That was round number 1. You did a great job. Can you do something similar on the next one? So far, a few nades are going to be thrown.
Considerably more aggressive from Wolves this time out on the outside of A. Tectonic played very well on that back. Had he last time? Does he get red? It don't matter. Solo and Kings are.
Trust me,
dead.
Aerith, no
Tectonic's
hate,
gonna
but
be
rugby
tucked
again.
inside.
Yo, no,
And
no,
he's
no.
next
No
to
hate, bro. I
So
will get
3
fucked.
cleanly for
You're right.
Wolves. Peg's going to try and hold these back
That's why I don't
stairs,
play rugby.
Which will be the correct play. Obviously, we know that because of X-Ray. He's doing it purely
That's like
based on
football. Yo,
intuition,
in
but
America,
do you
yeah,
have
I would
enough
kill.
heads
I
up
will
to
be
think about
dead.
where the second
They
player
would
arriving
kill me.
from? Because you do have a player coming through mid in Cartels. And actually, he's wrapped all the way out.
2v5.
Let's see. Oh, Sai with a sniper
Flawless
shot
round?
onto Cartels of the Sun. It's a 1v5 and a whole lot of trouble for Raph. Yes, he's an outstanding player, an insane shotgun to be playing with. But against 5 people, what are you going to do? 15 seconds left. Do you want to push? Do you want to wait? There's no real good answer for the last player alive on the side of OUG. He
Yeah.
gets the flex with the gloves, but a nade will do the job. In the same way we had a flawless for OG all of a sudden, and now it's the other way around for Wolves.
Heads up play there for Isaiah as well. I think he recognizes it's going to be Raph. It's going to be a shotgun. He's looking for close quarters. Throws half a shoulder into that bottom steps. Sees him there and goes, you know what? I don't want anything to do with that. Backs off. So 1 apiece then and 2 clean rounds. 1 for either team. The nades are out.
Oh.
This time, you've pretty much given up a lot of A. If you are OUG, I think you're expecting a B hit to come through, or mid, and Wolves are just rinsing and repeating. Nades are going to go out. That should start to shift those blue arrows across. Solo looking to squeeze up through mid. Gets his timings right. He could get behind a few players.
Yeah, they got no
You
info.
want to do that, though, before this bomb goes down and that post-plant setup is in.
Let's see if they can actually do it, though. Few nades, not going to connect into absolutely no one, so not a whole lot of trouble there. Still patiently waiting. A good nade that does not land onto, I think that was Wind, who was up close on that A site area. Have the opportunity to plant, and they are going
Can someone
to
explain
take
why
it.
it's called football if you don't use your
45
feet?
seconds
Good
on the
question,
clock.
dog.
A very, very interesting strategy coming down from both teams, honestly.
King will open up with the first kill onto Cartels. I feel the problem for OUG here, the lack of routes in, and King...
Yeah,
is
Cartels
all
was
way
in the
back through
tournament,
spawn,
yes.
Finds his namesake +1. And they'll do a bit of a dance here in the backline, and King comes out on top of everything. Zion Win finds kills elsewhere, but honestly it's King. He puts himself back through mid, recognizing cut off pretty much the entirety of the map, and even if he does die, the intel comes in. Not that he dies, because he's bloody disgusting with a sniper
Did you
rifle.
use their feet to run? Fair enough.
It's incredible to see. I don't think I've ever seen a moment in time where there's
Ooh.
3 rounds in and exactly 15 kills. It is just wild to me, but there you have it. Start of round number 4. First blood in favor of, I think that was King, taking down Cartels. And this has been a weird one for sure, but very, very entertaining nonetheless. Right now, already 30 seconds in, and this time around they were not as quick to immediately rush for one of the sites on the side of Wolves, and well, so far not so bad.
It is
Okay,
a play
big
through
kill.
the mid though, which is different. It's typically been that A site. Cartels, by the way, a penny for his thoughts as he's fallen quickly twice now. Tectonic could be in through the back, and you don't check that corner if you are
Huge
Wolves,
tech.
and you'll suffer for it. Sounds and Peg cleaned out. Tectonic then gets himself tucked in behind the
Huge
bar as well.
two-piece.
Raph's going to be fully aware of the players in front of him because he's dodged all the nades, but look at Solo arriving in, and the observers are aware of exactly how important his position could be because it won't be red There goes Zai, a 1v4. King does pick up one with the sniper rifle, but likelihood is for OUG here, regroup. You know the bomb's down because Tectonic hasn't left it.
Pretty much making a campfire on top of it, just patiently waiting, because they don't have to do anything else, right? 40 seconds in, it's a 1v3. All you gotta do is wait, and that's something that King should be aware of. He is trying to be sneaky, but there's only so much you can do with such an exposed area for a bomb. And that was really, really smart, really, really well done by OG. Once again, tying things up. There's going to be 2 for each. And ladies and gentlemen, are you not entertained? Isn't it this? The highest level of Call of Duty Mobile. I'm enjoying it as if I was a kid. First blood comes through in favor of Wolves so far.
Yeah, understand that you've got a shotgun in hand there and you want to close the gap, but I feel like Solo there's making it easy. King, do you read Cartels through the middle? Yes, but the shot through the railing doesn't hit. Cartels will win that battle. 3v1 though. Only Cartel's still up in this, so you'll be fully aware of where he's coming from. Bomb getting down, wasting no time. Not leaving a window for Cartels to make something happen. And you'll get out. Cartels does very well to catch wind on that exit route, and why Zai decides to challenge the same angle, I have no idea. Sounds then, up against Cartels, he had to recock the sniper, wasn't ready for the fight. The nade's gonna go out, and no, you do enough to clutch it if you're Sounds, but that was terrifying for a moment.
I don't know why you would, I mean, understandable that you want to try for the nade, but at that distance, when you have already taken a couple of shots, questionable at best, but it is what it is. Cartels is an outstanding player, and he was so close to clutching that 1v4 at a point, I think it was. So we've seen it do insane plays before this time around. First blood immediately going in favor of Wolves, with eliminating Tectonic, and as such, they immediately continue to push for that A side one more.
I feel like Tectonic's going to want that one back. It exposed so far up that outside lane. Made it easy for Wolves, if anything. And these first bloods have started to really notch up in their column. 5v3. It's going to slow it down. It is back to that mid lane for King. This seems to be a consistent strategy. Take a hold of the A side and cut off half the map by placing King where he currently stands. The only player that can really do something to deny this post plant is going to be Kings. He's squeezed forward, does get one, gets two somehow, so that's traded, but you've made the situation far more manageable.
A lot more manageable, that's for sure, but King again finds the knock onto Raph. Cartels proving himself to be worthy of being called one of the best out there. Bomb is going to be planted though. 1v2. Bomb is down. It is Sounds and Sai versus Cartels. Cartels with the Odin in hand.
You have to know how to play everything? Goddamn.
Slowly but surely pushing forward alongside with the Tundra. I do believe it was
1v2.
I'm not sure which is the weapon that he picked up, but let's wait and see. So far, Sniper.
Wolves cooking, bro. I can't lie. Wolves cooking.
Like they almost read his mind.
This is the power of Chinese S&D chat.
They pushed into him.
I think it's a timing thing. At this level, you recognize where this player should be, and if they aren't there by that moment, they've got to be elsewhere.
Late.
And they check it. So we get a switching then of the sides. Wolves 4-2 up, now on them to defend. OUG have done a very different strategy to anything we saw from Wolves and sent the numbers to B.
Oh shit.
There are 3 Wolves players here, so you've certainly
big kill from Cartels.
Force. Not that Cartels cares, he makes quick work of it. But there will be a couple of trades, so 3 apiece, and King finds Tectonic to hand you the numbers advantage.
King has been a key player to make sure that the side of Wolves does not lose control of these rounds. Even with the super good kills that OG sometimes get at the beginning, with King constantly poking and making it uncomfortable for the side of OG, has managed to single-handedly make sure that his allies are always in a good situation. And because of that, well, currently Wolves is winning 4-2. We have switched sides, and as you mentioned, OG with a completely different strategy that was very quickly shut down by Wolves.
Zai's turn to control the mid lane with the sniper. If you read Solo, well, I don't think you had initially, but doesn't matter. He's got the quick scope. And leaves Cartels in a 1v3. You're going to know where one player's coming. The problem is there's 2 exits to this underground. And he's going to have to go and retrieve the bomb as well. Do you see that it's down? I wonder. As Peg, King, and Zai are all set in wait. And the trap was sprung. and gives you a 5-2 lead of Wolves. 2 more rounds to tie up the series.
Yeah.
That's right. They are not so happy about losing the first map, but they have shown to us that even after all that pressure, they have still managed to still be themselves. We know how good Wolves are, and that's exactly what they're showing in here. Game number 2. A lot of nades are going to be thrown. Not a whole lot of trophy systems. They are finally being placed down on both sides. That's a hit marker for Sai. That's another hit marker for Sai, who then gets executed. That's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of OG, who immediately tries to plant the bomb. There's the aggression coming down from Wind, who immediately gets shut down. All of a sudden, it's a 1v3. They don't know where King is at, but as he walks forward, finds the first kill, goes for the second. They're certainly, with the possibility to push forward, they decide not to. And I feel like, in a sense, that's a smart move, because we already know how good King is.
I love the decision making here to play around the timing, suggesting there's rotated away. He will have made a lot of noise now, however, so Cartels and Kings will turn and face. King trying to find an angle, laying on his belly, hoping that he will see a Chow, wants to force the equation. And with how loud he will be right now, Cartels will be calling all of that out. Does King step up and face? Yes, he does.
Well done.
5-3. Great bomb plant there. Was a little bit concerned once King finds the first. This is a 1v3 written all over it. I think it's the decision to waste no time. Bomb straight down, force Kings to come to us. Don't let him move around the map and pick where he wants to fight.
And the angles they picked were perfect. You know, the second they heard the general area he was at, they both peek at the same time. Doesn't matter where he's looking at, he's just not looking at both at the same time. So even if he would have gotten a single kill, which was not the case, he would have been eliminated. Now Wind gonna find the first blood. King gonna get the second onto Raph. The answer is gonna come from Tectonic by eliminating King, and they try to begin the push towards B. They gotta be cautious. Kings with another kill, this time through the wall onto Peg. That's gonna make it a 3 versus 3 now.
You're a little bit hemmed in here if you are Sounds, but you'll find one. The fact that you achieved that is phenomenal. And you also get the support in from the teammates. It's going to leave Solo in a 1v2, completely on his own and pinned into the back of the cellar. Wind reads him, hears him, cuts him down. 6-3.
Yeah, we're going to control, bro. We're going to control.
It's great work by OUG in many ways, and they made the right decision to pick a direction and punch through, because otherwise they were trapped in.
The Chinese, like, S&D is just different level, bro. Like, what can you do?
If you don't at least get a kill out of there, you're losing a player. You're not gaining the actual area.
Oh my god. Wolves first blood.
That's only gonna mean trouble now. Raph is immediately getting shut down on round number 10. And as such, let's be reminded, this is map point. This is Wolves trying to equalize.
What is bro looking at?
Here they're a single step away from doing so. And that's something that OG know, because this time around they are not nearly as aggressive as they've been.
Certainly not. This is a slow play.
Low round. To prolong the inevitable.
12 kills with the sniper. Anyone who dares step out of that doorway will be next. Solo, join the graveyard. We'll see you more than likely in map 3.
Yeah, go for B. There's not as many players on B, but it's like,
1 minute left on the
dude,
clock.
you're down 2 lives, bro. That's fucked.
To make. And it looks like B is the intended target.
Nice nade.
It certainly is, but they've lost 2 players already. Not looking too hot, not looking too good for this out of OG.
Yeah, they're just gonna collapse on them. That's the problem, because they have life advantage.
Pushing forward, there's a few trophies to make sure.
What the fuck?
Through the wall, they take the kill.
I'd be pissed.
Absolutely no way for him to defend himself. That felt like paper. Now Kings is trying to defend. That's Cartel with a kill as well. That's 3v2 of this one more doable, but through the wall once again.
Yeah,
Cartel
GG's.
is down, and so is Kings. Ladies and
Yo, chat, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed if I was Tech. What was that, bro?
Where your opponents are at. If you notice, all of those
what kind of angle was that?
Were killed through a wall. That's just so good.
Dude, y'all saw that angle, bro? That was crazy.
They're so intelligent with the things that they know how to play. That they have played so many hours, and it heavily reflects on how they finish this one up.
No, they certainly do. I mean, it's been a case there where we
what the
know
hell
can slack a little bit at times in the S&D, right? So for Wolves to come out and win that is great, but it's the way in which they do it. It was very controlled. They had different executable strategies. They had a playbook on attack. we saw a lot of what they wanted to do, but it was also multi-layered. If a certain thing happened on their first push out, they'd adjust Kings into a certain position. If something else happened, okay, we're going to move someone like Sounds into this position. And it just felt like they had a, okay, that was play 1, but here's part 2 of that, or part 3 of that. Very deep. And OUG, while they put up plenty in terms of resistance, certainly not enough to stop Wolves coming out with the victory. 1-1 then in this series. And for all the highlights, I guess we've got to talk about a player that really stood out. For me, it's got to be this guy, King.
Absolutely.
Moments like this with the
No, King was crazy, yeah.
Big, but it felt like he was the pivot man.
Absolutely.
For the strategies to work for Wolves, they needed him alive and in the right spot to minimum hand out the information, but just control so much of the map.
And it's really, really interesting because at the end of the day, that's what we were talking about yesterday. How good can Wolves adapt to the introduction of King? Well, the answer is they are, in a sense, a lot of the times playing around him. What is he doing? Where is he positioning? How do we approach this scenario, allowing King to either get a kill or give me enough of a tool to break through.
Yeah, you play around your sniper, especially if you're playing slow. Just let your sniper do the work.
It's been super, super key to the team. And, well, I mean, you can say that you're retired as much as you want, but that raw skill level that he holds within himself, it is just wild.
Yeah, clearly a level of ability that I will quite frankly never understand. It is a wonderful thing to get to watch him in action. And of course, a second coming of the King is a beautiful thing for everybody here in Call of Duty Mobile Esports to get to check out. Let's talk about the next map. Crossfire, very defense heavy. Now, we saw earlier in a different series that Wolves decided to ban this. They didn't want to play through it. This was interesting to us because it meant that we felt that they would not want to play a very defense-sided map. They wanted to play something more attack-focused. Here, no such thing. We will get it. OUG, we know that they're very attack-focused. Is that potentially trying to play against their strengths? Is that a case of we feel like you're solid at attacking, but we can defend against that?
Oh my god. Chat. Stalwart's coach put up a sheet of paper that said, they kicked me from Glories, I kicked them from Worlds. Bye-bye.
Goes on a map like Crossfire. Look at that. Straight through the middle. Run for
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Rafa was trying to defend, but immediately gets picked.
That is hilarious.
Peg gets yet another kill for a grand total of 2 for himself. The 2 shotgunners on the side of Wolves are causing
That's funny as fuck.
In here. They're just now waiting a single second. They don't want for you to feel comfortable. They just want for you to back out, to feel like your corner, and that's exactly what Wolves are doing right from the get-go.
That is funny AF, my friend.
Practiced strategy there that will give them positions in the back line. Second ticker B looks likely. And I think for OUG, you've just given this up. Try to figure out how to set yourself up best to defend A. The harder to defend of the two.
That's actually crazy works, y'all.
Sounds will launch his Hunter Killer up into the air. Solo does enough to stop B coming through. And I think Wolves have moved themselves into positions to take A, expecting B to fall. So that could be a huge play when we come back to the end of this round. Wolves have found themselves a 4-life lead, though. That's quickly cut to 3. It's a solid position still out of Wolves. They're looking good, but OUG, they've clawed their way back into this.
Can somebody tell me what is Peg doing all the way in the back? I mean, he's patiently waiting for someone to die on the opposite
question to go Peg.
Cut them off guard as they respawn, but he is just hanging in there. He's hanging in the area of the enemy. He's not really finding any kill. He finally decides to push, if you're looking at the minimap, over onto Bravo, but a really interesting call in there as the side of OG still managed to hold this control. Tries to get Bravo and will get it, and that is actually going to be huge for the side of Wolves.
Yeah, Peg does very well there because OUG find 3 quick kills. He recognizes he's going to be under instant pressure and does enough to just kind of dance his way until the point comes through. The fact that you get a kill as well is a cherry on the cake. Tectonic tucks himself inside. Wind can try and bait out with the shotgun. King over the top with the sniper. Rips one through the wall. Will connect with nothing. And I'm not sure if you've read that there's a player in through your back line. There you go. Found. Solo dead. 8 to 9. 3 ticks completed, but it's this A site typically harder to defend, especially when Wolves are finding quick kills.
It definitely is harder to defend, and in here it's showing 6 to 9. Scratch that 5.
That's actually
It's
funny
no
as
more
fuck.
spawns on the side of OG. We see the push coming down from Kings, who takes a kill, but immediately gets traded now. 3v7. Only Cartels, Solo, and Raph remain. Solo with a knock onto side. 2 ticks have been taking off of Alpha. Win trying to push, gonna get a kill, gonna go for the second. There's the use of the Tempest. Takes 1, tries to survive, has to be cautious. They are nearly capturing Alpha. He's trying to survive, trying to make sure that he stays alive. Whiffs the 2 shots, and that's just horrendous for the player of OUG. If he were to have gotten those 2 kills, maybe something majestic, fantastic could have happened, but unfortunately that's just not gonna be the case.
Yeah, it was one of those moments you could tell as soon as Cartels runs out of that Tempest. Oh dear, these boys are about to flood, and flood they do. Wolves take the attack round then. They won't get as many ticks as they probably would have liked, but it won't matter as long as they do their job on the defensive side. Zai has an Annihilator available to him, not that he needs it. His boys find 3 kills unanswered. Cartels and Tectonic will reply and squeeze up towards that A point. Zai has used the Annihilator now. We'll see one up high, and rips off the first shot, finds nothing. It's progress at A for OUG. So what's Zai's call here? I think it's to cut off the reinforcements, let his boys hit the point, and thin the numbers that way.
That's gonna hurt a lot. Right now, there's gonna be a few operators being used. One of them being the Sparrow by Wind. Hunter-killer drone by side.
Chad, this is a Wolves 3-1, bro. I can feel it. Eric, do you see it? Palital. Is that how you pronounce his name? I don't know, but I did see the note. That's funny as fuck. That's actually hilarious. I love me some drama in the esports scene.
Are not feeling good in there.
That's actually hilarious.
They're trying to make something happen. There's even the Annihilator being used by Kings, who immediately gets shut down by a double kill from Wind, by the way. This shotgun is completely on fire, obliterating anyone who dares cross its path. Wolves are destroying OUG. They were not happy about losing map 1. They did amazing on map 2. And right here, right now, on control, Crossfire, they are doing just so flawless that OG just has not been able to find any single answer against.
Oh my god, OUG getting smoked.
Just suddenly turned up the dial. Every individual player has had a pop-off moment. How OUG respond to that, I don't think there is an answer that's really nice about it. As the timer runs out,
2023 drama, yeah, that's next level.
There was a play in there. You see Raph pop the claw, and King, what he does is he kind of tucks himself into a corner. He lets his teammate be the fall guy, sure, but beats the player down and then immediately spins and rips a sniper headshot through the wall. And it's stuff like that you can't really set yourself up for if you're OUG. There's nothing you can really do to answer that. Such brilliance on show here.
Bro, Sound got
Echo, War Machines.
Double War Machine kill early on like that, bro. Usagi, thank you for the 17 months. This man finds a way to butcher every teammate. That's...
Unfortunately, that's going to mean that Wolves make good progress towards this.
I feel like at the start of the tournament, they should like ask all the players like how they want their name pronounced, and then they just have it as like a cheat sheet. That'd be good. Like some are given, like Peg, Cartels, Solo, King, Sounds, Die, Wind, King, Kings, Ayo, Raph.
There it is. They have connected it.
But some names are harder to pronounce.
That area by the hands of Wolves, who not only are they securing,
like one of the players on Street and one of the players on Bear Clan like had hard names to pronounce, or at least if you read it, it's hard to like distinguish.
In this round, but is it too little, too late? Right now, they're trying to prevent Alpha from being taken, but they are already losing this map 2-0.
Tough situation for sure, backs against the wall if you're OUG. You are up by 2 lives, but we've seen Wolves overturn far worse very, very quickly. Zai's just moments away from having an Annihilator available to him. Whether or not you bother investing that here or just save it for a defensive round, that should be far simpler, we'll see. A minute added onto the clock. Pipe 63 taps through the smoke.
I like both these teams, honestly. I do think Wolves are the stronger team, though.
Solo's actually not going to give you a bit of a base to play with if you are Wolves.
Oh,
great work with
wait, nice.
and looks to control the alleyway.
Is that anything for the 1K?
At U5 Aggie underscore white donated 1,000 Nigerian Nairas through Super Chat. Some don't even need to be given tears of joy, just use your brain skull.
But I will say, Gilmania, like, I don't think his first language is English. Maybe. But he definitely has an accent. His first language could be English, but he has an accent, so it might be even harder. Like if I was trying to pronounce names like Latin names and English is not my first language and I have an accent, it's cooked. It's cooked.
But eventually gets taken out by Tectonic.
5v8
finds a double, a 5v8 all of a sudden. Once again, OG
Bang.
are struggling. Wolves are trying to make it happen with a 305.
Yeah, they gotta get on 45 seconds. They have time to play kills, but
6v3.
but like they're so pushed up and they have
life
life advantage.
You're right about the risk that Raf faces and tries to just volley rounds off of everything. Does actually get a hit marker, so it lets him know there's a player inside the building with him. Not that it matters because Wynn's got the equalizer, and it'll be far more than that.
1v4.
Puts OUG into graves that they will not return from.
3-0 chat. 3-0.
Crossfire. 3-0. Before we went into that, we talked about the struggles we'd seen out of OUG and whether or not this map played against them. I think we've just found out that it did.
It did. It definitely did, without a doubt. It's been great job done here for Wolves, who maybe did not start with the right foot on this series, but does not mean that they were going to be getting any easier against OUG. Yes, they lost the first map, but they have turned it around completely. They have the perfect opportunity to be the ones who take this in their way. Let's be reminded, we already are, in case you're joining into the fun, on the losers bracket. This is already the second opportunity for both of these teams, and Wolves are trying to make it alive.
They certainly are. And with numbers like that, you'll do a very good job of saying so. Zai, 18 and 14, kicked things off. It's the 15 assists. As many assists as deaths is insanity in a control, a part of everything that was successful in their team's dominance. On the opposite side, it's tough reading. We knew it would be. I think Tectonic's going to feel like he wasn't involved enough. 12 and 13, that's considerably less engagements than a lot of the players across. He was really good whenever we did see him. It just probably wasn't enough if you're a fan of OUG. 2-1 up. A lot of the players now, a lot of evidence on what all of these can do. We look to the Apocalypse Hardpoint. We already know how good Wolves are there. This is a map that they have so much confidence on. Is there anything that we're seeing from the OUG players that you feel can counter that? Who's the person that's got to take over to keep them in this tournament?
I mean, it's got to be Cartels. Cartels needs to once again be the key player for the squad of OUG. He's got to make sure
OUG chat.
The hills, that he's secure.
This is the last match? Yeah. What team you got in the matchup? Wolves. I thought they were gonna 3-1, but not in the way that they are right now.
I got killed, but there's two. He's got to be the key player, and you can see there Kings talking specifically with Cartels alongside with, I think on the other side, there's Tectonic, not fully sure. But yes, the side of OUG will need a lot of communication. We're talking about the fact that when it came down to gun skill, OG was superior to new gen ninjas. Well, this time around, I can say the exact same thing.
OUG, who do you think will win? I think Wolves is gonna win.
On the first hard point, they were outslayed.
Like if I was gonna bet money on it, Wolves.
They still managed to keep control over the hill.
It's a good point, because I think that that's how you take this map 4 and push it to that map 5. I think OUG have to play this smart. They have to understand when to push out for Temple to take P2 control, when to lock in for spawns, where to squeeze and play for. The operator investment has got to be brilliant. We saw that in map 1. They knew exactly how to make the impact with those. It's got to be that again, because with Wolves, it wasn't exactly far behind in terms of that Summit hardpoint performance. So here on APOT, where they're far more comfortable, they're going to recognize every bit of weakness in you and take advantage of it should it be there. OUG have been stellar through this tournament. All 5 of these players can hold their heads very high. I don't think, though, there would be a much sweeter moment for them than if they do manage to win this map and then the 5th take over in terms of Chinese teams here, because you said it yourself, they suffer so often at the hands of Wolves. Will that happen again? Will be this another W etched in the Wolves win column in this rivalry? Or do OG have something more to say about it? for one more time, and potentially the final time we will load into a map here on Stream B. Wolves will hope it will be the last dance, as that guarantees them Sunday. For OUG, it's got to be nothing short of perfection to go ever further.
It has to be. It has to be. They have to close it here. They will, of course, try to do so. What can OG do? I'm not fully sure. They
Potentially the last game, chat.
Spot, so let's see how great or bad they managed to follow that task. In here, the fight already unfolded. The doors are open and the show has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, map number 4. This is Hardpoint on Apocalypse. This is Wolves versus OUG, and this is the loser bracket.
King's going to look over the top here, tap away with the Type 63. Zai finds 2 underneath with the XM4. Wind, just going to play close, protect his brother from up high. You see the body dive out of the chicken coop? No, because the smoke's going to be frustrating. So often something that Wolves play around. They love to use those smokes to clear off various angles. Bit of a thorn in their side there, but not for the rest of the boys. As King finds 2, Peg finds 1. King's will start to squeeze forward.
Alright, I can't lie. I think Wolves win this, bruh. I think Wolves win this in a dominant fashion.
So much space here is a good thing for them when it comes to setting up the first wave of pressure. I was a little bit worried the solo would slip through, but no, caught by King, and as such you get an opportunity to defend.
A very, very good opportunity to defend in here. Right now, completely on his own when it comes down to enemies. Currently waiting on a few trophies, a hunter-killer drone. Great setup now for the side of Wolves. Great initial hold, and although nades are flying by all over the place, there's no true entrance so far by the hands
the VMP meta now? It's not been no, USS 9 still meta, but VMP is right after.
Once again,
a dominant fashion is not an exaggeration. Well, they got outslayed, but they won Summit game 1. So I'm thinking if Wolves can just... It's hard to not transfer kills to OBJ time on this map. Like, if you get kills, you're gonna be on the hill. Whereas Summit, you could get kills and still lose the hill, you know?
On the door, OUG, are you aware that the map has started? As you flood the front.
Yo, OUG, bro.
And the Predator
kind of getting smoked.
To find 2. So this becomes ever more difficult for OUG. Underneath we go for P3. This has to be better from OUG, otherwise Wolves start to really disappear, and we're seeing just how comfortable they are on this map. It is at least 3 in reply, but another Predator miss out, and this is one of the things here. If you get off to a really great start, you build up the operators, you build up the utility, and very quickly start to turn that screw.
And I mean, they already have 4 available operators on the side of Wolves. There's 3 for OG, but I'm not too sure how much they can do with it now. War Machine,
oh my god, the War Machine's out.
Will allow him to get a kill onto Cartels.
And the equals.
Starts by eliminating Solo, the Death Machine now.
Oh wow, nice kill.
Not afraid to be using these utilities, and they are trying to take as much value as possible. Problem is, they actually sort of lost control over the hill. They immediately try to regain it, but it's just a flicker of the issues we saw on map number 1.
Kings does very well here with the Sparrow to kill 3. Do you see a 4th?
Nice.
Yes, you do, crossing straight in front of you. So you've managed to rip the point away from Wolves for a moment.
You gotta set new though.
Time. That's the issue. It's almost the exact
yeah, also OUG's just spawning way far out.
It's not going to turn into much in the way of points. You do at least control the northern side of the map, which is best for the next hill. 5 seconds until that opens.
Oh, what a kill.
And a couple of kills.
Oh no, Tempest.
The fact that Sounds has managed to find himself all the way up towards the spawn point for Temple is just going to be frustrating for OUG. They want a clean line to push forward with.
And they need one. They definitely need a clean.
Wait, why is everyone hating on OUG in the YouTube chat? I'm so confused. I actually don't know the lore. What did OUG do?
Immediately looking for more, turns around, runs out of time, but now he's got a VMP. Has also a 100-killer drone available. There's the War Machine being used by Tectonic for the first time. We see some good, solid continuous control.
Wind! Wow, Wind! What the fuck? 3-piece.
Sai to finish things up. Sai and Wind completely clean that area. That was at least like 10 to 12 seconds in favor of OUG. That's nice, yeah. But right now, they're still heavily losing.
It's moments like that, 5 or 6 clean kills for Wolves, just means all the hard work that OUG put together doesn't matter.
Out the door.
As the gap goes to 60 seconds, OUG playing in
There's no lures, just random hate that probably
P1 is only a
place SPG.
and jump away.
But that's not their fault, right? Like,
looks over the top.
what are they gonna say? Hey, we need a team to replace the team that couldn't get visas. No.
They will have the better positions for P1. Nade's actually going to clear a body.
Hitting on NA players became a canon event after 2023. That's fair.
Hand out information. Doesn't find any kills though, so you've got to go again.
Someone said cook like Peking duck.
Sorry, is going to be good,
I love Peking duck.
But still, like, that gap exists and it feels like it's not coming down.
Yeah, this gap is just not getting any smaller for the side of OG. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta sting. In here, sounds
Raph needs to lock in, bro. Oh wow. What the fuck?
Like
this guy is some go.
Just launching it across the map.
This guy's fucking cross mapping that shit.
Hail-marrying this on the opposite end of the map. That is a great kill. And that is a great usage of the operator. The side of OG. Yes,
OUG getting obliterated. It's not hate, just stating facts. No. OUG. Well, I don't know about obliterated. It's relatively. It's still like decently close, but. I'm seeing like YouTube chat like on the main broadcast fucking them up right now.
His operator, so 2 in the hands of Wolves.
But no, OUG is getting put in the blender.
Win can just handle it all by himself. Kings is
huge kill actually. Huge kill. Oh, never mind. Ah, I lied.
2. The front line has been broken through though. Tectonic does great work, and Zai will decide to invest the death machine. Push forward. Squeeze. And OUG, they can't really push through cave. This will shred them to pieces anytime they dare step out. So Wolves with that approaching 70-80 point lead now means that OUG, it's got to be perfect from here. Your tournament is done.
Yes, it would. Right now, first there is gonna be Tectonic. Can you stay alive though? Let's see. Currently trying to be broken by King's Tempest and his squad.
Are New Jeans out yet? Yeah, they're out. Only teams that's in right now is Wolves, OUG, Q9,
they're still gonna be losing 6 seconds.
Elevate.
It's alright, it's okay. We're gonna be moving to the next area and we are going to try to defend ourselves as humanly best as possible. Let's see in here, Kings is trying to push forward and with a headshot takes the kill onto Kings. Sai,
dude, Sound has been going crazy with that War Machine, bro.
Executed too.
I need them to spec him every time he has it.
And in here, yes, there's kills coming down from
OG,
nice. But this is just not enough.
Dude, hey, what the fuck?
Wolves are playing their game. Wolves are nearly 100 points ahead of their opponents, and they are only thinking about increasing that advantage.
Certainly our cartels with the Tempest. How important that could be.
Wait, is there one more game after this?
3 kills with it.
Oh wait,
and Tectonic
is
takes
there? I don't know.
With a Slay of his own.
Oh, against Stalwart, right?
A grenade. Solo loses a fight that he probably thought he'd won. Pinstripe. It will suit OUG for now. They have what's left of this time in their hands. It's when you begin to rotate over, and actually Wolves for a second there, trapped in their spawns. Is this the moment of momentum that OUG so desperately need? Well, win with 2 kills might disrupt that. Cartels would do well from the fences. But Sounds will be picked up in the back line. So while Wolves are keeping OUG off the point, they're not getting close to it themselves. Suits Wolves for now as they're in the lead. But they certainly want to control their own destiny, and as they squeeze forward,
the Chinese goats. Oh wow, Sounds got fucking like god angles with the War Machine. This guy's the best, chat. This guy's the best. What did I say? Spec him every time he has the fucking War Machine, bro. This guy's disgusting.
The souls of OUG, ladies and gentlemen. This is just not looking pretty. They've had their moments on the side of OUG, but Wolves constantly shut them down. They're still trying to get through with the War Machine. Q will be able to do so, and there's still 20 seconds left. That could be crucial to the outcome of this kill. Trying now to be broken by both Sai and Peg, and that is going to happen.
Yeah, man, they broke Scrap Goats.
No longer is scrap time, is the time that Wolves need to close this one up.
OUG get a flip spawn here, and that might panic them into thinking there's players in behind. There actually will be. Spawns all over the place. No one's really going to figure this out.
Someone said Zai man.
Just shoot each other.
Funny as fuck.
To that call, Kings and Tectonic will do so themselves as well. P1 then in OUG hands. The problem for them here is obviously this smack bang middle of the map is going to be bombasted with grenades, and it's going to be a situation of just trying to stay alive.
Oh, wow.
For a P2
Rip
rotation,
Tempest.
Money Hill, and you desperately need one.
I feel a comeback. I don't.
209, 140.
I don't feel the comeback, chat. I can't lie.
Deficit. Inside of the hill, there was King with the Tempest. No
Imagine they
one
came
else
up with
but
these angles on the
King.
spot. Okay, well they also
This
scrim a
time
lot,
around,
so
pushing
they
the double. There's
they
Kings.
some of these spots are very intentional.
Kings from OUG who is trying to make it happen with his own
But the more you
operator,
play,
not
the
gonna
more
have the
spots you
same
learn,
level of
right?
success.
Because if you
Now
die from a
there,
new
the
spot,
outskirts of it, there's
hey, you can
Sai,
use that
who
spot next time
continues to
too.
defend his weapon, but has the opportunity, the option to save it.
I actually think this isn't too bad for OUG. You can afford to give up a couple of these seconds here. Contest would be even better, but the spawns flip at the worst possible moment. I'm not sure if that's over-exuberance from OUG or whether Wolves did something that we didn't spell out, but you do just about clear it
Is
out. The
melee
problem for
allowed?
OUG
Yes.
is that's not going to let you set up cleanly on the defense because Peg's here to
Never mind, I
protect
feel
him.
a comeback
The
too.
fact
They
that
have
you get that kill,
spawns.
very important. Solo using the operator at the right time to give you a moment to breathe, a bit of a buffer, a blanket of protection. And the death
Those
machine
blind
will
shooting.
catch King as well. You do still have a Wolves player in your back line. It's going to be Wind, and he gets the spawns for his teammates. So OUG will have to turn and face and hold. Otherwise, Wolves can win it here.
These two angles are super
Wasted
difficult
War
to
Machine.
defend, but so far they've managed to do so for around 30 seconds.
Wasted
Doing a great
Sparrow.
job. Finally closing that gap. Let's see for how long. They're staying with the War Machine. Gets a kill now with the weapon.
Nice
Turns
tech,
around. He's
wow.
gonna help him
Wait,
out.
the
Great
comeback.
job done here. From up above, there's a bread missile
Wait, the
coming down
comeback,
from
chat.
Kings, who connects
Hi, Paulo.
at a distance. A nade by Wind is still not gonna be
Holy
enough. The
shit, they
control's
could
not gonna
take the
be
lead
broken.
with
The
Scrap here.
defense is flawless. The PEM is gonna
What
be
the fuck?
used
What the fuck?
hopefully soon for Kings, who also has the opportunity to use that operator, and all of a sudden, OG are back into the game.
OUG
No.
have figured their way into this. They will topple into the lead.
OUG
Just
never
as both teams
dies.
Get closer to 220.
The dream is alive still.
Off then to the next hill. P3 will open.
Wow, this is a
in
good
second.
game. Just like their
Sounds
first
has an
hardpoint. This is
operator
crazy.
available to him. Zai decides it's his calling,
Huge.
and not for very
Oh
long.
my
Sounds
God.
goes with his as well, but OUG find the kills. 2 with the Tempest.
Holy
1 with
comeback.
the grenade. They will break instantly. Wolves must come back. OUG can certainly do it here. They also have a
Holy
Sparrow in play
comeback.
with Kings, and
Holy
look at the
EMP.
bodies fall.
That's
Look
a
at the
really
line
good
that
EMP,
OUG are
chat.
pushing into this, trying to send themselves to map 5.
Oh, it's game. That's game.
Incredible now. Only 10 seconds away. They have complete control. Inside of the hill, there's going to be Tectonic trying to survive. There's a lot of nades being thrown. They're clutching in at the same time. They do get the
No
kill.
way.
They do get the control, but they are not inside of the hill, inside of Wolves. They are finally jumping in.
Nobody got hill.
Finally they do it. They are finally beginning to regain some sort of control. True
Huge
for
King.
Kings, who completely cleans the area, but still don't give the control. For OG, they need 6 more seconds. They finally
What the
get
fuck?
it.
What the
There's 2
fuck?
players in. They're
It's 3
trying to
seconds.
defend.
No one
Managing
can get there on time.
and ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna take it again. Ladies and gentlemen, OG has done it once more. Does not matter how far behind they've gotten on Hardpoint against
APOC
Wolves, they
fucking
do it
goats.
again.
An incredible contest between these two teams could be settled by none less than an incredible hill there on the APOC.
What
It
did
is
we just witness?
Incredible to think that for
Double
OUG,
choke.
you
Double
don't get
choke
that
from
hill down.
Wolves.
Wolves come swinging back in with several operators, and off the back of a 3-piece from Kings and just some very well placed grenades, you do enough to bully them back out.
No
see off
way.
the scrap time. I was a little bit concerned that it had gotten away from you and be heading back over to P4, but we got an insane map finish last time. Kings 54 and 36.
Yo.
Did not stop for a moment. Every bit MVP.
Yo, drop
for
Raph,
his
put
team
me
with
in.
a minute and 37 also inside the hill. But the boys were there to support as well.
That's
That column on the right-hand side
crazy.
was very, very pretty. APOC Hardpoint was supposed to be
That's
Wolves'
crazy,
home
bro.
ground. This was their backyard. And you walked straight in and snatched it away from them.
Snatched it away in a
What the
very,
hell did we just
very
watch?
incredible way. We're being spoiled. At this point, Enigma, we're just being
Yeah.
spoiled. It's insane that we're getting yet another map 5, who coincidentally is once again for Wolves.
What the
I would
frick
begin
did
to
we
get
just
nervous
watch?
with all this.
Well, 100%. I think before we talk about that map 5, a reminder that looking at the highlights here, you were down like 80 points at one point And all it needed from OUG was 2 or 3 quick, clean hills.
What?
We were in that P1 at one point, and I said, if you can get a couple of seconds here and then set yourself up for a decent temple hill, that would be impressive. That would help you back into the game.
Dude, that was
Well, they do better
crazy.
than that, because you actually end up with Wolves getting the spawn, and you said it yourself, they're going to have to focus on 2 fronts here. And yet they control that situation. It would have been so easy with the pressure that Wolves apply to panic yourself away and end up trailing enough that Wolves just walk in and take them out.
Chat, paid
All
actors?
the momentum that they built meant that they were an unstoppable force heading into those final moments. Beautiful work from OUG, a team that continue to entertain us here in Katowice. 2-2 then.
What the
And
fuck?
we will go to that standoff S&D. Now, the last S&D, Coastal, I'd say it was relatively comfortable for Wolves, and S&D has been a problem for OUG in the evidence that we've had so far through this tournament. But you got yourself into a game 5. Wolves will be shell-shocked.
I'm actually
stunned at the way in
speechless,
which
bro.
they are
I'm
in this
stunned.
matchup,
That's
and the fact that they lost to
crazy,
Elevate
dude.
before this. So while there are all pros and cons for both teams here, do you have a way in which you think this map's going to go?
That was actually the question that I wanted to ask you, so that I wouldn't have to answer it. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to
what
think
the
no
hell?
more. These 2 teams have been so unpredictable. There was a lot of people out there who were like, you know, OG did not have enough time to practice. They were not ready. They were this, they were that. But look at them go. Look at them just rebuild composure on those 2 games of Hardpoint. For this search and destroy and stand up, I have absolutely no idea what to expect.
We ushered a phrase yesterday. It was that form is temporary, class is permanent. And OUG is certainly showing that here. Hardpoint.
What in the
they're
world,
clearly a
bro?
class above when it comes to playing against Wolves. How much momentum that gives them into the S&D, that's got to be early rounds, in my opinion. You've got to start to take those early rounds. Otherwise, all the wind in your sails is cut down immediately, especially with the doubts that will creep into your mind considering how you lost map 2. At the start of today, though, when we came into this series, you said if we get to a game 5, OUG will take it.
Oh,
so
shit.
Let's see if you are correct. If so, I want the lottery numbers next, because that would be one hell of a call to give us for this series. The faces across at Wolves, I mean, you never really see them get too emotional. We saw a little bit at the end of Elevate. They're always very calm, composed, focused on the task ahead. For OUG, that is what you want to see if you are a fan. It is relaxed. It is confident. It is the 5 players that we've seen in the hotel this weekend, fully ready to go to take this and march on in this tournament.
Yeah, locked into
What
the
the
game,
fuck?
but not so much that they lose composure of their emotions. Really smart on both sides. I would arguably say that even on Wolves' side, it's almost I'm a little bit afraid, you know. Like if you see them win, you see them lose, and they're just chilling. They're just sitting there. It is almost
Or
wild
farmers.
to see that situation, but they're just like that, you know. They are that type of player.
I miss Rise.
It is gonna be
Oh, bro, don't even bring that shit up. That's sad as fuck.
Definitely going to be a battle.
At Daniel Aramanzel donated 2,000 Nigerian Nairas through Super Chat. I miss
Don't
Rise.
even say that, dog.
They
That's
do have
sad.
openings for a shotgun gunplay.
I absolutely love that you talk about that, and I want to come back to it. The first thing that I want to do, though, is kind of put the context of this next map, one single map, into the overall picture. So let's take a look at the bracket, because everybody's waiting on us here. We're done inside of Katowice. Apart from this, Elevate and Q9, we know that that's the winners finals up towards the top. Winner there will punch their ticket to grand finals, guarantee themselves top 2. Loser falls down into the lower finals that you'll see there in the bottom right. Stalwart Esports beat out Goalers 3-0, and they are waiting to find out who they're playing next, Wolves or OUG. And honestly,
That's
for
crazy,
Stalwart,
bro.
I feel
What
like they're
the
looking at this
fuck?
thinking, well, we've already beaten OUG once. If they can pull off the upset here, we feel great about how we look.
Absolutely.
But then again, with the win,
Dude, holy
in their
shit,
side, the
bruh.
momentum OUG have built, is that then a very different
Oh,
team
it is
going
the
into that
last game
matchup?
today. Never mind.
Definitely is. That's the thing, right? They lost 3-1 in the original match of the day, and they will potentially face them again. It is definitely a situation to be very excited, maybe nervous for the side of OG. It goes the both ways. We were talking about the fact that Wolves came from a loss. They're not happy about losing the Hardpoint, but as excited that you can be that you have tied things up and you're moving onto a game 5, it is just too difficult.
Is OUG the
Well,
new
the thing
tribe
is,
or
if you
Luminosity?
lose
No,
this
OUG
next
is
matchup,
not just a North American
finish
team.
with
Their Asia players couldn't come because
$42,500
of
for top 6.
what's it called? Visa
You
issues.
win, you've guaranteed yourself $55,000. So there is 12.5 grand on the line in
That's
one single
crazy,
map.
bro.
That is how much is at stake here.
That's crazy.
There's so many things to talk about. Yes, there's pride. Yes, there is history. But also
the bag is the bag, Chad. The bag is the bag.
Right now, you've surely got that in the back of the mind. You shouldn't. You should be focused on the map ahead. But this is an opportunity to close out your year with at least a hell of a lot more money, let alone if you can go on from there.
Each match becomes more and more important, but as you mentioned, it's no longer the whole match. You've already played 4 maps. That's what's up. But now the single game 5 is the one that matters the most. They need to be not calm, because there's no way that you can be calm in this situation, but not losing your control of your emotions.
Yes, sir. Gotta stay composed.
Different emotions between the two teams. Solo is getting up, it's shaking off the nerves, it's shaking the energy, keeping that flowing through his body. For Wolves, it's that same calm, composed strategy. It is continuing to play our game, not being affected by the environment or the stakes around us. For Raf, he's paying attention to his coach right now, getting those orders. We've seen how these teams play. There's a lot of VOD review. There's a lot of times where we've played against each other.
Yes.
Were we prepared enough to come into this tournament? This is where those extra hours pay off. This is where those moments that no one ever sees, because it's not flashy, it's not sexy to talk about homework and VOD review. It just isn't. But if you've done enough,
that's true.
You're going to know how each other roll out. You're going to be able to counter it and make yourself that next spot and ever richer and ever deeper into this tournament.
Absolutely, and even more so on a map like Standoff. You know, it's in one of those OG maps that everybody knows, everybody has played thousands of times, and at this point, like you mentioned, I'd love to see how much of a playbook they got open, because we've already seen, for example, on firing range with Elevate, they have a variety of different available options, and you can have something similar in a map like Standoff.
100%. And let's come back to that shotgun comment that you made earlier, right? Like, this is part of the playbook. We've seen how snipers can take over, but if you get your shotgun into Brown, or we saw a couple of players making moves out.
Brown is Granny, by the way. I don't know why.
Right? The shotgun's there.
Why bro doesn't say Granny?
Effect. You lock down entire portions of the map, which allow your boys to move. Offensively, that lets you put the bomb wherever you want. Defensively, it shuts off so much and that throttles your opponent. I wonder for these two teams, not only how deep that playbook is, but how much that relies on the shotgun, because we've seen how effective those can be here on Standoff.
Absolutely, absolutely. They can do a lot of damage. They can, like you mentioned, it's a way for you to close a door, or to risk entering through it and then shotgun to the face. If you know, it does, to a certain extent, does not matter that they know that you're there, because it's a shotgun, right? At that distance, there's only a few places that you can be if you're just holding a door.
If anything, you're like, come on in, brother. I got something waiting for you on the other side of this. Don't worry. It's going to be a war. And we've certainly had plenty of that through this tournament. I wonder, to be a fly on the Wolves' wall and hear the conversations that are going on there, not that I understand a word of Chinese, not a chance in hell, but were you expecting to be in this position at all at any point in this tournament? You came in overwhelming favorites. We interviewed every player here. They said it'd be Wolves. They said Wolves were going to walk this. They've looked best all year. They've grown enough to overtake Elevate. You lose, you fall into this. You've lost to Hardpoint in stunning fashion. That sums it up. You're probably right now questioning, how the hell are we in this position?
Yeah, because although you have
hyped them up too,
it's definitely not the place that you wanted to be at, right? You wanted to go against Elevate on the winner bracket. You wanted to defeat them and hopefully never see them again, or if you do, to be in the grand finals. Unfortunately enough for the side of Wolves, that's just not it. That's not the case. That's not what they have in front of them. And, well, unhappiness is something normal to feel, because that was
Rise, the whole team could have played better, but that's the thing, you never know. You never know,
because we know how obsessed they are with being brilliant. But ladies and gentlemen, well, we get a looking at the players on us, a couple away from their desks, and in relaxed positions. That's because we've got a thing or two to sort out. But while we get that sorted out,
let us see the game, bruh.
Grab yourself a snack, a little bit of something to drink.
A snack.
Because trust me, you're going to want it for this next map. We'll see you after this very quick break.
Brother. Are we lying right now?
我们在比赛前的准备主要是会去观看我们即将的比赛对手的录像，然后会做一些自身的调整，比如说 在我们一些地图的某一些环节，我们会进行一些特别的调整。
So usually before the match, we just play training mode, 20 minutes to ready mode. Then if we're like there is a lot of more extra time in, we just go for a free for all together as a team to like warm up our gunfights.
Me personally, as an individual, I make sure to have 3 things. Number 1, it actually happens before the match starts. I make sure to have really good sleep, minimum 8 hours. Number
That's
2,
true.
I always make sure to eat very good food. And number 3, I always make sure to take a nice cold shower because it helps me refresh.
That's fair. That's a good little
我们队
ritual.
伍每天的训练时间会在至少10个小时。
10
然后
hours.
如果在比
Thank
赛
God.
密集的时期的话，我们的训练时间还会增加。
As a team, we're
Holy
working around
smokes,
the 8-hour
bruh.
to 9-hour mark on average. However, people individually do work both inside and outside the game by their own time.
We usually train about 4 to 6 hours a day.
As a team, we might play 6-7 hours.
God damn. These guys are grinders, bro.
Usually,
What the fuck?
pressure isn't really a problem, but every player experiences it at some point. My personal best advice to that is take a deep breath in and sometimes just hold your breath.
I'm more like a chill guy, so I can work with the pressure without problems.
Damn. He says I'm just a chill guy. I don't feel pressure, chat.
Going through a pro player's loadout. I am personally a sub and heavy player, so I'm a machine gun and shotgun player.
That's crazy.
My personal favorite in this meta is probably going to be the VMP. The USS is a great gun, but the VMP takes that throne for #1 spot.
Bro, saying that, but he's been running the VMP. Bro, he's not been using the VMP, bro.
Alright.
So we're lying, Raph. So we're lying.
Heavy barrel, great attachment to use.
Crazy.
Gotta go with the rapid fire. It's crucial. And this one's honestly where a lot of pro players differentiate. I personally like the integrated grip set, but other players do like the Phoenix grip set. It just comes down to how you like to play as a player person.
So we're lying, chat. We're lying.
And then for secondaries, honestly, melees are the best. I feel like pistols are overrated. You know, you got to go with the gloves, boxing gloves, prize fighters, Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? It's really, really good stuff to use. Down to the operator, I personally am a fan favorite of the equalizers. It's really, really fun just running gun.
I'm the fan favorite,
really
question mark.
The 3 perks, gotta go lightweight, you gotta go gun-ho. Toughness is honestly really, really good too. But I believe personally gun-ho would be the best one to go for. The 3rd option for the blue perks, you gotta go with dead silence. It's a crucial must-have. Now, honestly, in pro players, you know, you gotta use these 3 score streaks.
EMP, Hunter, Pran.
Killer drone, because obviously everything else is banned. But yeah, honestly, that looks like a great loadout. You know, got the frag grenade. Actually,
change the
I'm
skin.
One of the individual. I'll put you on a secret. I personally like sticky.
Do not listen to him, bro. Don't use sticky, chat. Don't listen to that shit.
Hey, can I be a little outlandish for a sec?
Bro, capping.
What I gotta do to get y'all respect? Give me the microphone, 1, 2, check. Let me go and run it, I'ma run up the check. Stay light on my feet, blow like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
I'm gonna get copyright striked. I'm gonna get copyright strike for whatever the fuck that is. Holy. COD Mobile, try not to play copyrighted music. Fucking impossible, bruh. Sting like a bee. Let me shut up, sorry. I apologize. What the fuck? Bro, they got tech issues, bro. What's going on? Use UMP for a bit and he was trashed that came to his camp. Nah, bro. I don't think constantly changing your gun is the move just because you're not gonna stay consistent. I would rather bro be shit on the VMP but continuously use the VMP rather than changing. But then again, he's also really good on shotgun, so that's fine. But you know, just my personal opinion. Because a lot of the times it's like people are like, oh, if it's not working, change it. That's fair, but like, I don't know, man. Changing from shotgun to SMG, like that's. But then again, I'm not a pro. Let me shut up. I don't know shit. I do not know shit. Don't listen to me, chat. They start. Oh, let's go. We're back.
To stream.
Frick you, buddy. Frick you, Solar.
We've got ourselves a game 5 between Wolves and OUG. A $12,500 difference in prize pool for whoever makes it through. An opportunity to guarantee at least top 4 and to face Stalwart Esports to claim more
let's go.
Here in Katowice. It's been a hell of a series. I'd hate there to be a loser, but there must be one victor, and we will find them on standoff. We told you how this map works. You know how this map works. There will be snipers, there will be shotguns, there will be superstars, there will be plenty of storylines. Let's settle them as we break off into map.
There will be a loser.
No more time to waste. Let's go straight into business, ladies and gentlemen. As we know, this is map number 5. This is Wolves and OG. That's the first blood going in favor of Wolves. Cartels falls to the ground, and immediately they try to go for the trade. Let's see if they can do it. That's a good hiding spot. There's 2 players in. He's going to call out for backup. Backup is about to be coming. A good nade is going to be thrown, and it's going to connect, but not quite going to find a kill, very unfortunately, for the side of OG.
We'll give up
Only S&D, bro.
Very least. Tectonic aware the couple
Do they lie about their loadouts? No, that's pretty accurate for competitive, yeah.
Squeeze towards A. That's a perfect
why would they lie about their loadouts, bro?
To find Rav.
What does that give them? What do they gain?
Talk about when it comes to Wolves, they get that information or a numbers advantage. They
I'm washed, not watched Aerith, but I'm washed. Just say you're trash, bro. Just leave it at that.
And wow,
also, you can't be washed if you're never good. I'ma say.
No one else dies. That doesn't last for
very long. I know they dominated Ninjas, which is a combo team from Galaga. Honestly, they did much better than for like a team that a mixture of 2 teams. They did really well.
Unfolds. Only one remains alive inside of OG. That's gonna be Tectonic, who begins to push. There's the hold by Sounds. Not gonna find the kill yet, but his ally pushes through. There's the shotgun play and a double for
OUG stays alive.
They definitely heard that something was going on, but they did not expect for someone like Tectonic
to talk
be
about Hardpoint crash.
That shotgun. That's the beauty.
I don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay, if they push, I'm ready, and ready he was.
That's a 3-5 clutch to kick us off here on the side of OUG. I'm very surprised that Wolves continued to hit that. Felt like once they recognized the number of bodies, they were just going to play around the time, but they
what is bro yapping about?
Committed to the play. May well think better of it now. Sounds just going to hold this outside, lock down a whole portion of the map here. Every time he throws a shoulder left, he knows if someone's pushing through gas. If he throws a shoulder right, he can see if they're trying to hit through Brown and get around the back of his team. But OUG are the defensive side here, and they're going to do what they're entitled to, which is slow the play down, burn through the time, look for some picks.
Yeah, no real need for them to lose their heads. They can just sit down, chill, wait for a bit.
What platform are we live on? YouTube.
So. No one has died till now.
What country OUG? OUG is a mixture of like NA players and Asia players. Their original lineup with like Jabin and Seven, I think. But right now that's a full NA lineup because the other players couldn't get visas.
We'll actually get a bit of room. Tectonic catches
but this is like full NA. Everyone's US except Raph. Raph is Canadian.
Gets his timings right. He's going to be in through the back. And Solo's PKM, while merry and jingling its way through this map, certainly packs a punch. Peg tries to do the same thing. He's aware of where Tectonic was.
Dude, is the PKM like meta or something? What the fuck?
To push forward, but Solo's going to find a window to get himself inside.
Yeah, no, the wallbang there was definitely not going to happen. He thought that there was somebody there and wasted so many bullets. Unfortunately, not for him. That was not the case. It was completely empty. Now, this 4v4 is going to be quite interesting because Cartels is quite far apart. And although Peg saw him, that was an incredible flick for Cartels. He knows what he's doing. 10 seconds left. They're trying to plant the bomb. Finds the kill. Gets killed. Does not matter. They know where it's at. They can just easily and safely push because of the time. It's happening again for Wolves. Unfortunate situation where they lose control over the timer, and for that same reason, OUG just abuses the situation
OUG, dog.
to safely secure another point.
Great work by OUG there. I mean, there's one thing for Cartels when he gets that snap, but it's also moments like reinforcing areas that Wolves believe they've cleared. It never gives them the feeling that they're comfortable, that they're safe. And Wolves...
You're never safe.
How often do you ever feel uncomfortable? The talent they possess will be scratching their heads right now. Kings picks up Zai, to open us up. With another blood, Cartel's going to continue to hold this back corridor side, using the fridge here as his bit of cover. And King, we want to see a bit more of him. Currently sat on nothing, and in these sniper duels, we've got to see him opening things up if you're going to find ways as an attack team.
Let's see. 5v4, a few shots being fired, not really landing into a whole lot. Solo did receive a lot of damage and ends up dying thanks to the nades from Sound. Now Wind is going to capitalize onto Tech, but a nade, a great nade from Raph, is going to equalize this thing. All of a sudden is the 3-for-2 trade in favor of Wolves. 3 versus 2, not only Raph alongside with Cartel, they're trying to prevent the bomb plan, and they do it in a huge fashion, only 45 seconds, and on top of it all,
huge, you
they know
say?
where the bomb is at. Now it's only King alive, he's got a sniper, and with a sniper, it's gonna be quite difficult in this position. That's something that need to be aware of.
King's going to creep up on this, walks himself into a position, fakes the timing as if he's gone round the back. Do OUG blink? Are they flustered?
Well, one question mark.
King's going to fly forward, misses the first shot, checks out, hits the second though. Reposition coming in from Raph, who's been
Raph!
tournament and does enough to
Holy shit, OUG might actually knock out. Oh my god, no way.
King had done the impossible.
Yes, and even by picking up that Odin,
What the fuck?
Fairly impressed, not only because of the insane shot he landed, but how quickly he realized, all right, there's a weapon here, I'm gonna take it because the sniper is not gonna be the best option, but even better than an Odin, of course, is a shotgun.
Holy smokes.
He was not able to defend himself in that situation. Now Tech is gonna immediately drop on this round.
Well, if you are a Wolves fan and wondering how you get back into this, King opening up with a sniper should be very welcome news because we asked for that. Helps his team immensely with the numbers advantage. It's still about punching through players like Cartels though, who has not been shifted from this backside. We saw just how good the Wolves nades were into Cube a moment ago to clear it out, to catch Solo. That would be very helpful right now as well as the reposition over towards A comes through.
Oh, wow, those shots so close, yet so far he of course has no idea, but my goodness. Tectonic, let's remind it, died quite early, and now following through is also Kings, the one who gets the kill. Now 3v5. That's not news for the side of OG. That has happened before. This time around, they're also going to be losing Solo. They're also going to be losing Raph. And all of a sudden, it's a 1v5 where Wolves can take a very flawless and clean round. And that's exactly what they will get.
Yeah, it's not just that they take the round. It is, as you said, that it's clean. It was dominant inside the round. So have Wolves started to find a way to do better on these attack rounds. They're still down 3-1. They'll need to repeat that a few more times to feel comfortable before they go on defense.
Wait, this is actually crazy. OUG can actually fucking take.
Up on top here, goes to the jump shot, hits nothing.
Yo, Wolves getting out would be crazy, bro. Not making the what the fuck?
OUG though.
You can argue Wolves is better than both Stalwart and OUG. This is a huge, bro.
In that back corridor, I'd say other than the player who tends to stand grab,
there's no way.
Very little of an adjustment.
Does he see him?
And although a lot of teams, a lot of the times, definitely rush in a lot when it comes down to the offensive side here on stand.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
It's the second time that we've seen that, by the way. They're just a millimeter away from.
He saw his barrel for sure.
Quite unfortunate for them, but yes, a lot of the times, a lot of teams go.
Dude, he's gonna watch that back and be like, "What the fuck?"
Here on stand up, this time around,
Wolves out, Elevate killed them, dude.
It has worked once, but outside of that,
Wolves need rise.
Advantages, they end up losing rounds, and like you mentioned, they need to avoid getting too far back in this first.
Huge.
Solo gets caught out by Peg. It's the double chow that actually comes through for Wolves. Does enough to bait out the shot that's missed. Trade,
oh my god, Peg overextended.
3-3 then. However, what that has handed to Wolves is the bomb site and plenty of space. Cartels could be the difference maker. Huge fight here in the back line. Sounds just about stays up. Throws a little bit of a shake. Bomb going down, and Cartels wins the fight though with the headshot. 2v3. The problem for Wolves is, well, you should have been trapped in, but Cartels backs off.
Oh shit.
And allows Wolves a post-plant position.
Wolves need Yen. Not over till it's over. That's true.
Crazy. You can never say that OUG is done if Cartels is alive. Right now at 3v2, it's not the greatest for Wolves, but at least they have landed the bomb. King with the sniper shot onto Tectonic. Less than 20 seconds left. Sai missing that shot does not matter. Why? Because the timer is still ticking. Kings takes the knock, but immediately the trade back by King. Now 1v1 Cartel. King and Cartel. He's trying to defuse. He's trying to bait him out. What he doesn't know is that the bait is not going to land.
Oh my days, it's so
I don't even
close.
think he had an audio cue. He was just slowly walking by and
What the
he knew where he was
fuck?
going to be.
That moment there where Cartels gets the kill, for me, he's got to push up into their backline. It then doesn't allow Wolves out, or at the very least, he potentially picks up a kill and makes the situation even better. The fact that Wolves are allowed to back up with their 2 snipers just made the retake so hard for OUG. How they may look back at that and wish that they'd been a bit more clinical with their numbers advantage. Either way, it doesn't matter, you got to get on with it. And Raf will find himself inside Brown with the shotgun. No one dies. You hear the bullets ringing out. King, by the way, who's up to 8 kills. After 2 rounds, we saw 0 on there, so he certainly stepped it up. And that is no doubt what's helping Wolves back into this on their offense side.
That's right. Right now, Wolves are trying to even those numbers. The bomb is going to be taken there by
Holy
Peg.
smokes.
Slowly being moved over A site. Not quite committing to it. At least not yet. There's no real need. A whole minute is ahead of him, and the first bloods are about to come through. King finds one, but immediately gets traded by Solo. All of a sudden, it's a 4v4. Taking a look onto Rafa, taking a look onto Sai now with a sniper. Some smoke in the middle of the map is going to cause some confusion. People can walk by a bit safer than without it, of course. Through the ban, it's going to explode. And that's a kill going for win, but it needed a trade back by the hands of Tectonic. It's a 3v3.
Win manages to slip by the van, finds one. The cover from Tectonic wasn't there, sorry, from Cartels wasn't there, and it got even worse as Zai was there to protect his brother and pick off the player. Bomb goes down for Zai. Raf's going to creep. Do you read the play to your left? The answer's no. So after being 3-0
Holy shit, 3-3, bro.
I was very worried for Wolves. ROUG about to claim this upset. However, they answer back with 3 rounds in a row. The adjustments come in, the players that we asked to step up do, and we're tied at the half.
That's exactly why I said this map was going to be completely unpredictable. Would I have expected a 3-0 lead for OG? No. Would I have expected Wolf to then tie it up 3-3? No, too. It is just so crazy to see that these teams are taking it a single step at a time. And there's the first blood, to no one's surprise, in the hands of Cartels, and continues to push in. Look how deep they are onto enemy's territory.
It's an extremely different strategy to anything we saw from Wolves. The aggression from OUG, it's not just in the respawns.
Wild.
They love it in the S&D too. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Better is certainly the name here as Tectonic gets the bomb down. King does pick up Solo, but Raf finds Win to maintain the numbers advantage and then also reads the play in through the back. So OUG show their first hand here. The first page of their book on standoff on offense, and that is to be very quick through gas. Get themselves into that beat bomb. Now it's about what else do you possess, because Wolves will adjust for that. They'll understand that that's something that could come through. Do you keep them on their toes? Well, no, it looks like very aggressive, but this time straight through Brown.
Oh my goodness, and this time is working to perfection in favor of Wolves. They immediately take 3 kills, and only Cartels and
Imagine
Kings
calling
are going
champs
to
players
survive.
campers.
They
Yeah, no
could try to
comment.
come up with
No
something,
comment.
but that is just atrocious news for the side of OUG. And that's
Oh
the
my
type
god,
of
it's gonna go
risks
4-4. What
that
the
you can encounter, you
fuck?
know? When you are not only getting into enemy's face, you're pretty much giving them a kiss in the cheek. Well, they can't just
Raf
turn
is
their
back to the
fist into
BMP.
your face
Yo,
and be the one who
chill on the
punch
boy.
back. And that's exactly what Wolves did in this round, as they are trying to once more even things out, and they have a perfect opportunity to do so.
Most intense match so far, dude. It's because this is like also like a make or break.
When needed.
Make or break against 2 really high tier teams.
Because they're just as good at it as
And
anyone else
Wolves
in the world.
being this close to getting eliminated, considering Wolves is like one of the teams that
Still a
people
3v5.
expected to win the whole
Wolves decided
thing.
to back off. Happy to let you try and plant. If you do get the bomb down, we'll just overwhelm. Or even
Oh my
better
god, it's
yet,
gonna go
Zai will
4-4.
find King's forehead through the pipe and make it ever sweeter. Cartels in the 1v5. I don't really fancy your chances, and for good reason. So 4-4 then, 1 apiece. Nothing to split these 2 teams, whether it be on offense or on defense. We've seen 2 very different plays come out of OUG here, but both have relied on aggression.
Yes.
I wonder if this is where we start to see something a bit more patient.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to be aggressive. Look at them go, throwing a lot of things, but... Okay, according to the minimap, they're not going to be crossing as many lines as before. They definitely did go ahead and try to position themselves in quite a spot. Look at Solo, already trying to push with a shotgun, not going to pay off as he gets sniped. Same thing for Cartels. Atrocious start of a round yet again for OG.
Atrocious round start, bro.
It felt like they were neither here nor there. It was kind of aggressive, kind of passive. And the problem is, that leaves you in no man's land.
Yes.
And Wolves smoke you for it. So they're going to have to slow this down now. They won't be left with much of a choice.
What's that? It not camping in hotel whole round, bro. It's okay, dog.
It doesn't connect.
It's too hard for you to understand. It's okay.
Just a bit of information. A kill would have been icing, really.
3v5.
Kings will hear the nade, but it misses. Checks out towards the bomb. Sees Zai.
Choke.
Shoot what you want, brother. I don't want to fight you. I just need to know you're there.
He would have picked that kill. Really,
atrocious.
Really good momentum shift for OG. Unfortunately not for Kings. That's just not going to be the case. He knows that they're there, but he knows that if he goes forward, he's going to be exposing himself way too much. It is not the safe bet to do. And for that same reason, you said it yourself. Are they going to calm down? They definitely did slow things down, but they are still trying to be as quote-unquote fast as possible.
What you were hoping, I guess, is to drag more bodies over towards A to let your two teammates hit B. That
yeah, it's done.
Wolves don't fall for it. And Kings left now in a 1v4. Will retrieve the bomb. But that will signal towards to push forward. Gets you a kill if you're Kings. What more can you do here realistically? The answer's probably going to be very little with 8 seconds on the clock.
NT.
Nothing as Win shoots you in the back.
Well played from Wolves that round.
So great answer. The one concerning thing for me there is, as we said, OUG kind of pushed, kind of didn't. You can't have that indecisive.
Yeah, they gotta commit.
Be a clean, consistent rollout, and OUG gonna have to figure it out in this next one.
Let's see if they do this time around.
5-4, bro.
10,
this is scripted.
This is getting more and more interesting. A lot of things are gonna be thrown in. Once again, they're gonna.
Hey, W rage bait, dog. W rage bait.
To the ground. The next one is gonna be King.
Holy, OUG got clapped.
OUG trying to defend back. That's gonna be Cartels finding one. There's gonna be Tectonic finding another, and then King trying to fight back. Not gonna be possible.
What the fuck? What?
Four in favor of OUG, and all of a sudden it's a 1v2. Peg is completely on his own. This was a 2v5, and he got
no way, choke.
For the side of Wolves.
Tectonic gets awful timing. Do you see Peg?
You heard? He saw him. He saw him.
You do. So Cartels waits and finds
the
kill to tie us up.
What a choke! Wolves choked!
Got overtime written all over this, but
Wolves choked so hard. That was a 5v2.
Looked like Wolves had won the gunfights initially. Tectonic pops off in the back line and just gets you that route on.
No way, dog. That's scripted. Scripted. 5-5.
Go out. So the aggression.
Whoever wins this round wins the whole thing.
And while you're still going to get squeezed up towards this outside,
whoever wins this round wins the whole thing, chat.
Wind at the A bomb that's going to actually force a rotation.
This is the round, bro. This is the round.
OUG think they've got.
This is the momentum round.
Incredible situation because that opens a lot of room. They're gonna be throwing nades. There's another
beauty, Kings.
Looking for a triple, destroying the side of Wolves.
Don't ego, don't ego, don't ego, don't ego, don't ego.
Whatever they want. The open map is
nice. Oh my God, Wolves choke.
Gentlemen, OUG right now are gonna have a match point opportunity.
Wolves nervous. Wolves nervous.
How do you respond if you're Wolves, the tournament favorites?
Holy moly!
Of back-to-back years in
not tournament favorite. I think Elevate's the tournament favorite.
It is a tough situation. For
Let's see who gets first blood.
OUG, you can feel the momentum shift. You can feel.
OUG doing an alley push? What the fuck?
They only need to get it right once here. 90 seconds.
I'm nervous, bro, and I'm not even playing.
Throughout the backside of B. King reads it, finds the shot onto Cartels.
Oh shit! It's going 6-6.
Sounds does enough.
This year's World Champs way more intense last year. It was so obvious that yeah, that's true. It's a lot more intense. Like you don't know who's gonna win because Elevate looks obviously very strong, but not dominant. You know.
He's not too sure what to do. King's in here with the opportunity, but suffers a lot of pain, a lot of damage.
Oh, that's awkward.
He's gonna find that kill onto Kings, and that's just bad.
Oh, he saw him. He saw him.
2v5. They've done it before. Can they do it again?
You slow things down.
Oh my God, we're going 6-6. We're going OT. OT.
Recognizing you don't want to force this.
Dude, my fucking my whole body hurts.
Solo could get in behind King here and does find
Big
Zai
kill.
in the process. Didn't read that King was nearby, but
Big
you do
kill.
get coverage from Tectonic.
Wait, whoa. Scary, scary.
Must have been a call from Solo. I'm in a position here. Hang on a second, help me. Wind at A will be the isolated player. Other than that,
You heard him
you've
plants.
got two bodies in front of you if you're OUG.
Oh. As he plants the bomb, they pick Tectonic. All of a sudden, that got bad for the side of OG. 35 seconds. He tries to reposition and he's doing well, but is he gonna be late? He definitely is going to be late. There's not enough time. It was way too difficult. Good effort on OG's side, but Enigma were once again jumping onto the OT territory.
6-6 chat, bro. Fuck. I'm nervous.
On the B stream through this week, 250, 249s. That is plural, and
Holy smokes.
Let's get it then. Wolves will attack first. It was even when they played this. The early rounds were a struggle, but they made the adjustments to count.
Yo, chat. I can't do this. I can't do this.
OUG, it's a very similar strategy to what we saw the whole time.
This
Defense. 2 players towards B, 2 players at
cinema.
the A cube, 1 around Grandma's.
I hate this same, bro. I'm
Cartels
fucking stressed.
Sometimes plays high, sometimes plays low. This time it's the back tank he's decided is the position for him. And Tech's just going to continue to hold that back line that has not been broken so far through this afternoon.
Throughout both halves, we saw completely different strategies from both OUG and Wolves when it comes down to offense and defense. This time around, once again, Wolves taking it slow, 1 step at a time. So far, no one has died, and there's still a minute on the clock.
I look, you don't watch. I'm scared. Same, bro, but I need to watch.
That's exactly what OG may have realized in here.
Oh, big kill.
The first blood, looking to
big
get the
trade.
Shot, but not a kill. His allies are gonna be there to try to finish them off. And
holy smokes!
Well
3v3, 3v3 chat.
Cartels also reads there's another player out towards this backside, but do you pick the correct corner? You have the teammates to support. Anyway, and the trade doesn't come through. Sounds finds 2. And a 1v2 then. King over the top of the bomb. Zai's going to be at distance off towards the fountain and finds the final blow.
The nail on the coffin, Chad. The nail on the coffin.
Wolves' attacks have been perfect in the last 4. OUG, it's been a mixed bag in their recent run, but they're going to have to make it work now.
It was crazy. It was crazy. The fact that Sounds was not traded was incredible news for Wolves, and that's a big part of why what happened. They are gonna immediately go for a push.
Oh, it's over. GG's. It's over.
All of them getting a kill. There's only 2 alive. Only a 3-for-1 trade. That's super bad for the side of OG. They're trying to go for more. The action never stops. They are trying to back out, but is it too late? I feel like
it's done. It's done. He doesn't have dead silence either, bro.
The 2023 world champions were hanging on by a thread just 2 rounds
Oh my god,
ago.
And they have top back?
Now,
yeah, it's over. It's over.
In a position
They're just gonna play retake. They're gonna play fucking retake.
The resilience they have shown
oh my god.
is truly on the level. And there goes Kings, leaving just Tectonic by the fountain to hold his own, and he will not. The returning retired
well played from Wolves. Wow, they didn't even react. I know they're not happy. I know they're not happy.
It off here in what has been a quite frankly ridiculous series in Poland.
Ridiculous is... Oh my goodness.
Wow, chat.
I cannot believe what just happened. And just as you mentioned, the 2023 champions, they had their backs against the wall and they managed to tie it up. They managed to get an advantage. They managed to get the victory. Solo in here nearly throwing a wall down. He's not happy about what happened, but he's not sad, you know? He's not crushed. It's understandable. They gave their best. They just showed us how well they're made up.
Are you Japanese? No, I'm Canadian. Chinese Canadian.
What a show they
well played, Wolves, dude. Well played.
100% OUG have been incredible.
I will say, obviously the score and the games ended differently, but I feel like S&D was OUG's. I feel like both Hardpoint Wolves should have won, but they choked. Realistically, I think this game should have been a 3-1. But I'm still very impressed by how well OUG played. Yeah, Wolves, I don't know, bro. They gotta do something. They gotta fucking lock it in for tomorrow. Holy shit.
On their tracks. Honestly, other than that, OUG have been fantastic performers here in this tournament, can hold themselves very proud, but it will be Wolves who march on through the lower bracket and will play Stalwart Esports next. I mean, if they do want to reclaim their throne, if they are going to have to go through Elevate to do that, showing that they've got that resilience, that grit, belief, determination to
Wolves against Stalwart, chat.
Is a great thing and a sign of a whole.
Stalwart is still in.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like they were.
They finally
able
edited
to
King's
completely
photo.
commit to what they had to on the side of Wolves.
Mo, the 25 months, my goats.
It is just super,
Thank
super
you.
nice to see them come out on top despite all the trouble that they've gone through.
Absolutely. We will get confirmation on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, of the final 4 teams in the World Championship. All will be squaring up on Sunday. Elevate against Q9 will be the winners' finals. Stalwart Esports and Wolves will be your lower semis. Whoever loses in that top match will wait in the lower finals for the Stalwart or Wolves victor. From there, those 2 teams will play and meet whoever is in the grand finals. That's Sunday set up for you. But Friday and Saturday have been a
Holy
blast.
smokes.
It's been an honor to cast alongside you. Of course, there will be no Stream B tomorrow. Raven Enigma, this has been Gil, and we thank you all for joining us during what has been.
Why is there ads? What? Why is there ads? You time me out. I'm Canadian too. Can't speak my opinion too. Loser. Unsubscribe. You're Canadian? Well, in the nicest way possible, suck it. What the fuck? Is that it for today? Oh no, never mind. There's one more game.
Like raging, having a bad mood, it would be Eeyore. He's the one that's like, he's the one like snaps the fastest.
Imagine raging.
It'll probably be Kings, honestly. He's very passionate, you know, so his rage is very justified at point.
It's between Rihan and Yuki.
Where are my thumb sleeves?
I think it's pretty obvious. It's
Bro listed every player on his team. Damn! They all rage.
Oh, that's me. That's me. Yes, that's me.
Probably me. I think I have a bad habit of speaking really fast to the point where I just like fumble.
Alright, chat. Y'all trying to watch the goats? The actual fucking goats? Let me teach y'all how to play. The goat is here. Do I use the M4 again? Nah, I lost last game with M4. Fuck that.
Hardpoint.
Chat, over under 40 kills. 35, I lied. I'm not that good.
Hardpoint identified.
Holy smokes, these guys are goated.
Hostiles have a hardpoint.
Holy, these are the best players in the game.
Enemy contact!
I'm gonna kill myself. In my defense. Wait, my mic is off.
Ours.
Oops. Why does it always do that? Alright, should be good.
We lost the lead. Point identified.
Yo, eat cock.
Capture the injector. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint lost.
Contact!
We're chilling.
Hardpoint lost. Hostiles have a hardpoint. Friendly shock RC is ready. Friendly shock RC is coming.
Motherfucker. Oh, I'm so bad.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. identified. Capture the objective. Heads up.
Dude, I'm gonna cry.
Hardpoint lockdown.
That nade is actually... Oh my god. Get in the fucking hill, bro. What am I dying to?
Enemy contact. Tango down.
He's one! Trade me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Why is he there, bruh? Dude, why are we playing this like it's champs, bro? Why is he behind me, teammate? Oh, nah.
Tango down.
Hardpoint contested. We've taken the lead. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Hunter killer drone deployed. Friendly predator missile inbound.
Nice press. What am I dying to? Chat. Oh, do you even play this? Rank MP is absolute in shambles? Yeah. Well, what am I gonna play, bro? Holy Tempest. What's your FOV, Max?
Enemy in sight. Tango down.
Yo, hit my shots. Hit my shots, please.
Hardpoint contested.
I don't know about pushing that, go.
UAV recon standing by. UAV recon is standing by. Hostiles have captured. Friendly shock RC.
No, bro.
Enemy UAV spotted.
I trolled.
Friendly shock RC is coming. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have a hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Friendly shock RC is destroyed. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested.
I got you.
Objective almost.
Got you, my duck.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. UAV recon ready for deployment.
How are we going new?
RC is coming. UAV online.
Oh my god. Fuck!
UAV spotted.
He's on top! I'm gonna cry. Why are you not capturing the hardpoint?
Hardpoint is ours. Capture the hardpoint.
I was bro in the hill.
Hardpoint locked down. UAV recon is standing by.
Holy goats. I got goats. I got goats. I got goats. I'm actually the best. Holy shit, chat. Am I just the best or what?
Nice work. Well done.
45 kills. My whole team going negative. Fucking useless. Let's play the objective at that point. Hey, that was low-key stressful. All jokes aside, low-key stressful. Did not need that at all. The game is starting in a bit. Thoughts on your skin? She's so sexy. Let me switch scenes.
Everybody, it's the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship Day 2. Hopefully you guys stuck with us over there on stream. Shout out to Gil and Enigma for getting us through that action, because that was a long match. Insane between OUG and Wolves, and let's talk about that a little bit, because that's what we were waiting.
They're gonna talk about that
to get to this final matchup of the day.
They're gonna yap, bro. Let's play a game while we wait. They're gonna yap.
Domination.
やっと始まるのね。
Capture the objectives. Enemy taking charge.
I want to use shotgun. Oh, but I don't have my skin. What? How did that thing kill so fast? Oh, it's a USS-9. Fuck this game. This game's ass.
Enemy taking B. Enemy has B.
What? I fucking hate the shotgun, bro. How does the pro players do it?
Lost the lead.
They make that shit look too easy, chat. Hit marker, hit marker. Oh, they're gonna spawn out. Are you fucking... I'm gonna kill myself, chat. He spawned there? Stupid as fuck. I can't use the shotgun, chat. It's inevitable. I can't use the shit. Kill me. What am I dying to, dude? This game's actually AIDS.
We've taken the lead.
Fuck!
Destroyed enemy's UAV.
Woo! back out, back out. This gun is not real sometimes.
We lost Bravo.
I play like shit? Alright, bro. Okay, it's done. Holy, help me. Oh my, what in the concussion is that? It is skill issue. Fuck the shotgun. Nice B cap.
Be advised, hostile hunter down.
Okay, you know what? Not bad.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
Alright, I'm about to go crazy this half. I'm about to actually go crazy. I only have 13 kills. I'm slacking. All good.
0 caps, bro, and no kills is crazy.
Enemy taking A.
What is Rose saying? Kill me, kill me. Why am I ADSing? Who do I think I am?
Enemy taking Bravo.
Are you? Do you see this timing? That's actually absurd. It's one tap. Fat cuck. Fucking melee bitch.
Enemy taking B.
Crazy shield, my goat.
Tango down.
Captured B. We lost the lead. UAV recon standing by. Repeat. UAV recon is standing by. Friendly Shock RC is coming. UAV online.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I have a trophy.
Losing Charlie.
Guys, low. Holy, how do we lose C?
Losing B.
I'm gonna cry, bruh. We actually lost.
Enemy UAV spotted.
I can't even go anywhere.
We're being dominated.
How?
Lost the lead.
How? My nade.
Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted.
Oh my god.
We're capturing C.
Yeah, we lost. Fucking 30 kills.
We lost the lead.
Tango down. Enemy contact. Enemy down.
That's team, dude. 100 kills, you're fucking trash, dude.
What the fuck am I dying to?
What do you want, bro? You're fucking trash, man. Yo, nigga, we know, nigga, shut the fuck up, bro.
fucking ass.
You order me some enchilada, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Are they still talking? They're still yapping.
Stupid ass.
Hey, what? Okay, that's actually my bad for using the shotgun. Never let me do that shit again, bro. Did I say the N-word? Do I sound like that? That's crazy.
Priority testing failure. Return to base.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Trolled. Getting triple capped is crazy. Bro, anytime I get on C, fucking dead. I get flashed on C. I get fucking annihilated on C. Trolled. Game sounds doubling? Is it? Oh, I fixed it. There we go. Should be good now. It's good now. This is a long ass stream, chat. Where them games at, bruh? Wait, now there's no sound. What the fuck? Down horrendous. I got every game mode selected. Oh.
Continues. Two teams that have shown some incredible grit and determination to get to this point, but this is their final lifeline. For one of them, the journey ends here and now. Let's bring out our two teams, starting with Wolves.
Oops.
They were the favourites coming in, and they have had a tough old time of it. You've just seen them over on Stream B make it to this point. The Wolves continue on their mission to claw themselves out of this.
Dude, I can't even find a game with every game mode selected.
Their opponents.
That's crazy.
Is Stalwart Esports.
I got Wolves winning, chat. I got Wolves winning. Alright. Let's play this game real quick. Because they're still setting up. What kind of goofy ass gun do I have? My skin, I don't have it equipped. Fuck. Connect.
Target's in sight.
Keish? Who the fuck is Keish? What language are you speaking to me right now? I don't know what you're trying to say. Quick championship start? Nah, they haven't even started yet. I'll switch over the second they start.
Defend the objectives.
Enemy down. Contact with enemy.
Bomb spotted.
What the fuck am I using?
Defend A.
Let's go this way.
Mm-hmm. Bro, what's happening? Behind one of the cars.
UAV recon.
What the fuck? Yo, these guys are AFK, bro.
Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, they're still setting up their stuff. First map is Hardpoint Hasi, and then it's S&D Coastal, Control Crossfire EU, and then Hardpoint Slums, S&D Firing.
They have the bomb.
Dude, how are we losing? Bro, what is this game?
Enemy down.
I got you, go.
Nice work. Get ready for the next
Wait,
round.
these guys are terrible. You deleted me a couple games ago? I did?
Defend the objectives.
What's going on?
Contact with enemy.
Nice.
Defend A.
Bro, 5-0, 5-0,
For the
5-0.
next round.
Drowsy with the quadra. Go crazy.
Defend the objective.
Okay, they're starting the game.
Enemy has dropped the bomb.
God, just keep me, please. Okay, the game started.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Let's switch.
Bomb spotted.
There we go. The S&D game's too easy anyways. These guys are terrible. Where's my sound? Sorry.
Peg finds 3 out of nothing. That could be the catalyst for Wolves to get themselves inside of the point. 35 seconds or so remaining. STE holding on, and the kills from Peg are going to matter very, very little. The rest of Wolves can't follow it up.
Alrighty, well, STE, that is it. We're going to fight through them. 30 seconds.
And this hard point still to go, and well, it looks like still continuing. Those smokes will continue to go down here on Hardpoint for as long as the hill is active. Oh, it's so difficult to see what's going on. It doesn't matter though.
Holy Wolves in shambles.
And they're hitting targets.
Yeah, nicely done. STE find a breakthrough almost immediately, and it's looking like they're going to hold down the majority of the time, if not all of it. FTX going to bring in the Tempest, finds 2 on the transition as well. That's going to spawn out those players probably a little bit closer to their teammates either way, so not the end of the world. Zai now trying to lock down from the side of the well, but a really nice start from ST. That was a wonderful hold, and Operators ready to come in.
Clove would have liked to have stayed alive there. That would have been a nice distraction to keep the player up top, because now Wolves can effectively direct all of their attention towards that fencer side. You've got to be careful about potential wayward spawns, though. You can see FTX with the X-ray as ST get control of the kills. Spawn now. FTX enough of the distraction.
Is Q9 out? No, Q9's in winner's bracket.
Trying to find something through the side of Tin. Scared, not able to land anything. So not necessarily wasted, but not necessarily great either. Peg not wasting the equalizers here, though. Here's 4 kills from Peg. Nice stuff from Wills, make it 5, and Peg will break it open on his own, but that happened over towards P2. They didn't follow it up this time around. Zai has done. Wills getting themselves back into the point. It's a high contestation. There comes the Predator MSL. There is coming the break from Wolves.
And you know what? I actually really rate every bit of utilization we saw there from Wolves. Like, granted, it doesn't really amount to that much. Like, Stalwart are still in the mix here. They still want to make fences the mixy hard point that it normally is here in COD Mobile. Has to end it, but still investing 4 ops at that point and the Predator missile as well, just to try and close the gap to Stalwart, is a good idea, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to find yourself down by 80, 90 points. And yeah, you can make a phenomenal comeback, but at this stage of the competition, at this level of competition, that's a very difficult thing to do.
Wolves finding plenty of kills on transition.
I look like your sister. Plot twist, I am your sister.
STE yet to really get themselves on the board as far as kills in this specific moment. Clove can find 1. Push now going to start coming through. It's coming from a couple of different angles here to the side of STE, but it's a nice setup from Wolves. Peg can find 2, but Reef and Clove combining, but Wolves getting the better of it. Might be a slow start from our Chinese team, but right now they're looking a little better. It's a 20-point game with 20 seconds or so left over towards P4.
I just got to point out, Zai and Peg right now, 21 kills apiece. They are so far ahead of the rest of their teammates. I don't know the maths, but I don't think they're that far behind, getting the rest of them pretty much combined at this point. Stalwart, they are basically fighting 2 men on Wolves at the moment. This is a very mixy kill though. Ton, getting this last 10 seconds would be crucial for both of these 2 teams. That's why you're seeing Sounds really go for it, and in the end it looks like those final couple of seconds are going to go Stalwart's way. So 20-point advantage or so, given the fact that Stalwart were so far ahead before P4 Ton, that's a big kill for Wolves.
Stop the bleeding, to say the least, from 3 to 4.
When did I start COD?
And now looking to try and get themselves set up a little bit better over towards P2, but again, it just
2019.
Like these 2 teams are taking turns to just have their flurry. And you are right. I mean, look at what Peg and Zai right now have a combined 50 kills. The rest of the team altogether have, what, 26 or something along those lines. I mean,
Peg and fucking Zai going crazy, bro.
You need everybody else to be picking it up.
Help them.
ST getting some good time over towards P1 right now.
If I have 28 kills, I look, my teammate has 7, I might just actually end it all.
Wolves trying to get back in towards the hard point now. P1 is ever so mixy. Getting that topside control is...
That would actually make me depressed.
Fighting for it, so
no joke.
We'll find 3 up top.
That's like a rank lobby, dude. That's literally my rank lobbies.
If they could grab it away, and at the moment it does just feel like they're just trying to fight through this kill to get that rotation. It's not happening though. That's a full blue feed. Wolves have
Yo, bro's about to hit 30, bruh. Holy shit.
Equalizers completely wasted wiped out immediately. So that's a big win from Wolves. They find the transition. No equalizers on the board. Can you find the kills to back it up? Wind gets a couple on that backside. Now Jai trying to find as much as he can with a War Machine here, and will get something through the smoke, and not just something, he'll find two. He's finding hit markers as well. FTX doing so well. The setup was very much there from Wolves. They are not able to make it count.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you might well get those kills with the War Machine. The problem is, though, that those close spots didn't have a couple of players to block them, so Wolves will get...
I look like a girl from... Wait, I look like a girl from the frontline draw? Plot twist, that is me, imagine.
And the problem is with Wolves, a couple of players like Peg and of course Zai having big games. When they're not popping off, it seems to be that the points are heavily going over towards STE. This time around, they can find a couple of kills though. Wolves will find a way through with 20 seconds to play for. Back spawns here for STE as well. If Wolves can hold on, if Wolves can get them back out of this point, the transition over towards P3 will be looking nice. Sounds can find a couple. Wind will find another.
Decent lead, but Wolves is kind of coming back.
It's the foot race over towards fences.
And you can just
foot
see
race.
Desperation for both of the teams really to fight over what is effectively like 5 to 10 seconds of time, right? Again, these kind of margins, this close of a game, yeah, that time is absolutely worth fighting for. We go towards new though. Split spawn starting to come through here. I was going to say I expected Zai maybe to play his life a little bit more than that, but that's a big shutdown regardless. Peg is going to keep that area of the map in play for Wolves, so that's going to split the attention of Store ever so slightly here as this next hill pops.
And they look in a couple of different
this is the last game for today. What's for our lunch? Our lunch.
They are coming in.
Our lunch. The fuck?
Yes, he can. 2 kills will fall his way. Not the third, not quite. SE trying their best to get back into this point. But Wolves fighting tooth and nail over it.
Bro thinks he's a part of the team. Actually, I don't even know, bro. I'm ready to eat anything.
This is always a mixy hill here, Wolves.
Your girl's starving.
Gunfights in their favor. Store coming from one side of the map.
I haven't ate in like 10 hours, bro.
Lead for the first time in this game, and with those kills come from Zai. Oh, from Zai! It looks like they might well do it.
How on earth has he found that fourth? He shuts them all down. Wolves getting into the swing of things here. It's a 10-point game. We're heading over towards P4, where Wolves was so successful in that previous rotation. We're starting to find the transitional kills as well. It's looking good for Wolves. ST had a really strong start, but this second rotation has been all Wolves.
It really has, hasn't it? They just get the better of a hill that, generally speaking, is considered mixy. If they can get this one as well, they will take control of the game. You're gonna see War Machine investment coming out from Sounds. I love that preemptive War Machine, but it's gonna get caught from a try.
Oh shit, they're coming back. Sounds. Dude, as I hyped Sounds literally like a game ago about his War Machine, bro wants to kill himself. Oh man.
He's gonna fall, as is everybody else. Reef will drop in. Incredible work coming through from Wolves to get those points. Peg's not been a point with the equalizer whatsoever, and once again it lets him down. SC doing a great job at soaking up some time, but Wolves a couple of little fumbles.
I mean, it feels like every time Wolves will bring out an operator, right? Even 3 from the Tempest from King, it's immediately responded to by Wolves. You'll have Wind and Peg come out here with their own operators to keep themselves in the conversation, and yet still, that is a crucial hard point for a Stalwart. They'll invest a couple of ops to try and get the last bit of rotation and the rotation towards new away, but still, the fact that Wolves now get rid of 40 points or so on that hard point, STE now ahead in this game.
Very close game between these two, but STE were able to just about get it away. MTX just finds 3 out absolutely nothing with the Tempest. Sensational work from him. STE now find themselves.
Yo, we need King to lock it in, bro. This man's intentionally selling. Did OUG win their game? No, they lost. But they made it really far. They lost though.
Like a bit of a retribution for Wolves to a certain degree, but STE just put the pain in that final couple of moments over towards.
Game's crazy today, dude. Honestly, champs like this year has been pretty wild in terms of skill level.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's that lead, right? They managed to
get
back down to 0, but now it feels like the game's opened up just a little bit more, and so now Wolves have to focus on again picking up that scrap time as well as pushing through. That wave of gunfights is certainly going to help, but the respawn timer is basically non-existent here in Call of Duty Mobile, so it won't be long before ST are right back at the next hard point. They should have first touch.
On the way over towards P2, Sounds has won a massive gunfight, finds 2 over towards P2, and now he's waiting. He's waiting for the rest of SC to find their way through.
What about Elevate today? Elevate is up. They're playing Q9 tomorrow.
But where's the rest of the team? Are they combining? happening. They're on their way through water. STE are the first ones inside, but Wolves will manage to find the break.
Oh my god, this is so close.
He can find one, as can Reef. STE.
He's gonna go to the next point though.
Yeah, nice play as well from ST off the respawn. You can see a couple of players like Skird.
Stalwart looking fucking disgusting right now, bro. What the hell is this? They've not looked this good till now. And it's against a really good team too, so. 340 bombs on both sides. Zai about to hit 50.
Coming through from Jai. 4 or 5 kills found. STE in complete control. 15 seconds to play for here at P2. Wolves have got to run away with their tail between their legs.
And they've just got to keep on hitting this as well, right? You're going to spawn up in the lobby. You can't give up 10 seconds when Store are this close to victory. So you got to try and take this time away. It's nice for Peg to find 3, but he's so weak that he's not going to be able to complete the set and take MTX out of the play. So we go to new Stalwart over here. Just 14 seconds. One player, Reef.
Yeah, they just need to keep jumping now for Wolves. Okay, it's kind of working.
Causing havoc over towards the fences. Skird's the only one who could find a kill, but
Sparrow?
from Wolves doing what
Holy Sparrow!
doing absolutely everything that he can for STE. There's 4 with the Sparrow. He may well line up more. STE find a way through. Wolves are gonna fight back.
All you gotta do is take everybody from Wolves out now with your ups, and that's exactly what Skird wants to do. But Wolves, they're dogged. STE trying to close things out here. Nobody from Wolves will.
Stalwarts.
And that's Stalwarts kicking off, stealing a hard point away from Wolves. That's a big one.
It felt like they led the dance all the way through. And from the word go, they took the lead. They never lost it.
Berg was rooting for Elevate.
Wolves came in
Elevate cooking.
just a little bit cold and got caught. It's a
Wolves not locked. Okay, but S&D is a toss-up, bro. It could go both ways.
Down to those operators towards that last hill we've seen. Go over towards P3, and when there's that amount of investment available, the returns are always going to be green. Big win for Stalwart in map number 1. And we did mention, we were talking about the lack of playtime here specifically on Hacienda for both these two teams. That's a really nice win for ST.
100%. Again, it has to be said that Wolves are phenomenal in Hardpoint, right? So taking that away in this series, considering, you know, Search and Destroy is generally speaking where you're likely to take Wolves 100% of the time. It feels like coming out in the series, winning map number 1 is
What a game.
monumental. But yeah, I mean, we talk about kind of leads in this game. It felt like early on Store had started to build kind of what almost felt like an insurmountable lead. It got to like 50 to 60 points. And given the context of how mixy these hard points were,
Sparrow just ended it all, yeah. The nail, the final nail to the coffin. That's like every caster's favorite phrase ever.
And then we go over towards P4, I believe it was. That's where Store got another 40 points. And it really didn't feel like that deficit closed again.
And looking towards these scoreboards, and again, something that you always try to not do as an analyst is counting towards the kills, but 51 and 30 and 50 and 39 for Zai and Peg for the L, and not even that close. How many of those kills are really contributing to that win?
Yeah, I mean, I will say this much, right? We talk about it early on because we kind of mentioned it in the middle of the game. I think it was like Peg and Zai had 30 kills between, or a piece, I should say.
They slowed down, but I mean, it would have been hard to keep it up.
But I think more to the point here, it was the fact that we were talking about the fact that the rest of the team were basically on single digits through the first 4 hard points, I want to say, or something to that effect. And that probably, I mean, definitely contributed to the fact that Stalwart were as far ahead as they were. And of course, that was damaging.
Wolves come back after game 1 if history repeats itself. That's true. That is true. You're right on that.
The pack isn't here just yet. Maybe it will be so for Search and Destroy, because we do go to Coastal up next here a ton. And look, STE, they managed to beat Q9 earlier on today on Coastal Search and Destroy. So Stalwart will definitely be in high spirits here. But I never want to count out Wolves. This has historically been a good map for them. We look back towards CDM, I believe it's a 3-2 record for them. Moving into that. So it's a good map for both teams, but I feel like, again, Storm's earlier victory, that's going to give them a huge confidence booster.
Into map number 2. And you're right, neither one of these teams necessarily having...
Will I participate in CODM tournament in the future? These ones, champs, no.
This one specifically in Coastal. Which again, kind of always makes for an interesting game. Will be STE on the defensive side to kick things off. We've seen a lot of really splits, I want to say, between a lot of these top teams, especially in the Search and Destroys. Many are 3-3 at halftime, many are overtime. But for Wolves on the attack to kick things off, a slow and steady approach, but STE not quite playing that same game. Reef, he will find one, gets taken down. That's okay for both these two teams because information's being gained.
Oh.
That's the idea.
Oh,
FTX
he knows.
He's trying to play his life at the moment.
I'll see alive.
Wait for the rest of the team to come over. That's the idea. He is playing hide and seek.
Oh my god, he has melee.
If he could even walk away with a frag here, that's everything.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, chat.
Wind will find him, but he did well to survive as long as he could. He knew his objective and he completed it well. The rest of STE are here. The backup has arrived and Zai has left all on his own in a 1 versus 3 and he's not in a position to help his team. Really, FTX did... I think a lot of people will be like, okay, well, you're gassing something unnecessarily there, but he just stayed alive as long as possible, and sometimes playing your life is as good as finding kills. First round goes STE's way.
And I think it's the fact you drew so much attention into one small spot, right? Because if you do that in that situation, you're pulling the looks of at least 2, 3, the POVs of 2, 3 players from Wolves, and that's pretty much what he did. Away
They should have kept this game for tomorrow. I agree.
Would eventually take into
it's too much. It's too long of a day for the players. They're tired.
Nice play from FTX.
It makes no sense.
And you see the L fans watching, that was a Shotzzy-like play, and they know exactly what I mean. Guy's impossible to kill. Sometimes that can be as useful as finding kills yourself. Into round number 2. ST wanted the good through the defensive rounds. Wolves formulating something here. You can see the setup from STE in your bottom left corner. As the push will start to come through. It seems like a setup. The grenades will come in and Clove could get himself caught out, but that smoke's actually going to give him a little bit of cover. Spirit is here to help out as well, and we'll find first blood, but Wolves inside of B.
Maybe inspired by Q9. They're going to give up the B site here. Maybe not entirely by choice. Clove's going to find one on the exit as well.
Am I live on TikTok? Nah. How are you not tired, by the way? I'm exhausted.
For a retake. Wolves' only option here. Get that rock down. They're looking for some kind of exit frag here, turn, and well, still, they're just not giving them anything.
And then the problem is trying to get that bomb down when you know they're just all around you. You never know when's the best time. And that time may well have passed already. Sounds and King. Gonna have to wait inside of the site. I don't think STE will rush anything here. They'll spray away, they'll try and find what they can, but there's no need to push into this site and make it mixy. You have the number advantage. If they get the bomb down, they may well make a push.
Yeah, the issue is they can't get the bomb down because of the fact that Clover's there. He's just spraying and praying through the wall with the PKM. The fact if he wasn't doing that, this would be nice, but they're going to go for it. The spray and pray has stopped, but you're still...
Bro said Peg and Zai making me proud. Did a good job training them boys. What is bro yapping about?
And it feels like the heat of Stalwart.
They're losing.
Raining down upon Wolves.
It's going to be about utility. Grenade goes in, does not land, but Clove, can he find anything? That's your teammate on the cross. King.
Why are you exhausted? I've been live for like...
Just too many men.
9 hours.
Find a second round. Nice retake from them, but really the work was done when they tried to find the players inside of the site before that. Bomb goes down. Easy enough job for Stalwart.
Yeah, and it does feel a little bit like that's why retaking that site at times can be so beneficial, right? Especially in a situation where you've got numbers. Obviously, that definitely helps. But, you know, the fact you've got Clove just kind of spraying through the bookcase and preventing a bomb plant for the longest time. They get a kill as well, and at that point, it's pretty much a guaranteed round in Stalwart's favor. Wolves here, though. Utility over the top.
Are you exhausted? Fuck. I'm dying.
There's no trophy there.
Sounds falls though, just before that happens, and Clove just may well have got some brilliant timing. He gets traded, 3 versus 3. Reef will find one. Does he get traded? Yes, he does. It was Scared who actually gets straight inside, does even better. Finds 2. Surely he doesn't find the 3rd, and all of a sudden we're just having a bit of a quick scope off down long side. FTX can find 1, makes it a 1.
Aren't got like OUG playing? Who's gonna tell them? When's the next 10K tournament? I ain't telling you, bro. It's a secret, because I don't know yet. He needs Jollibee. If someone Uber eats me Jollibee right now, bro, I'll give you a fat forehead smooch.
Very little information, but time is very...
I don't even have a Jollibee near my house, but it's all good. Dude, I'm actually starving. I haven't eaten in 10 hours.
As King. Both seem destined.
Last thing I ate was fucking crackers.
1 or 3-0 scoreline is very different. Oh my goodness me.
This is absurd.
King, did he see him? He gets away again. They're so close to each other, they can smell each other's breath.
King doesn't know. He has no idea that FTX is behind him, and FTX looking for it.
He's taking his time. We would have heard the grenade being cooked.
I feel like Stalwart might win this one. Holy, maybe.
I didn't want to breathe.
Bro. These guys are fucking ass, bro. Just shit on them. Talk your shit.
It's like a sideways snake, something to that effect.
Poor OBJ from Wolves last game. Probably no one completed 1 minute Hardpoint. It'd be like that. Yeah, poor OBJ work. It's not even OBJ, it's a converting kills to OBJ time. It's very hard. Because if you get a lot of kills during like rotation, that 10-second period where there's no hill time, then it's pointless, you know.
And that is a nice pick to find as well. Win has a little.
Bro, someone give me Jollibee right the second shot.
FDX, he dips out, expects his other teammate be able to find the shot on the way back in. But FDX is accurate as ever. Still 3-0 to SCE, and they have a man advantage on round number 4.
Wolves trying to figure out how to work around this now. Man disadvantage for the umpteenth time. You've got 0 map.
Godlike isn't even in the tournament, my goat. I feel like you have not been
map to check that nobody was by boxes.
paying attention.
So a minor amount of information gained, but you've still got to deal with a double stack inside the bar. That's going to be really tough. Even if you take a 1-for-1 trade, that is not beneficial to you in this instance. Still, you got time to figure out where these players are. Although I will say, 50 seconds on the clock, that time starting to run away from you.
Yikes.
Wolves maybe running out of time. And are they running out of ideas? Information gained. Jai has been smoked off, though he can't really help out. So Reef has to do it on his own. Jai then joins in, finds King. And this will be another round to STE. Unless Peg can...
Let's go, STE.
Pull something out of the hat. It will be something. There's number 1 done in cloves. Done, well, not do too bad. It was actually the smoke that comes out, sorry. Try and cover his own back, and not gonna happen. FDX will swing around behind him. 4-0 now to STE. This is a walk in the park
4-0
for the Greener team right now.
I mean, it's just a situation, right?
We're getting slammed.
To be honest, you know, you don't have numbers in the situation. The best thing you can do is kind of force a situation that is favorable to you. Take a 4 versus 2 on towards A. Don't quite account for players sitting in corners. Certainly not ready for it. Nice first blood from FDX. And again, how many times has that happened? Wolves just continually getting first blooded here. And now they're trying to...
Oh my god, they're getting slammed.
ST are absolutely delusionally confident. And will Zion win punish them? 3 versus 1, not gonna happen. ST are running through Wolves right now. Yeah, 5-0 up, 5 defensive rounds in a row. And Wolves can't touch them.
It's just Wolves, they're trying different things, right? I mean, in that round, right, they lose first blood. Okay, let's be faster with a reaction this time around. Finally, Wolves get the first blood in their favor. Oh my god, a hit marker on towards the second as well. That gets traded out. Getting a little bit aggressive there, egregious, you might say. But at the very least, they're not at a man disadvantage now. So Wolves, it is now their playground. They can choose what to do. The variance and strategy is on the table. They've got options.
It almost feels like B becomes a little easier in a 4v4. And it's an easier one to maybe break into. It's tough. Nade over the top. Not gonna land. It is gonna force a reposition from ST8. More set nades on its way.
Are we gonna see the first 7-0 and it's gonna be on one of the best teams in the tournament?
Down the stairs and catches him. Clove on a slither of health.
That would be crazy.
And they're choosing to back it on up.
And I wonder if that commitment of the nades is enough to make Stalwart think that this isn't going to be a rotation. I thought for a second maybe, but no. The commitment has been made here. And now, the butting of the head. Only 1 player removed from the play for Wolves, so this is effectively a 3 versus 2.
They had to go faster than this, though. That's the problem. They've taken the long route round, and all of a sudden it's going to be time for ST to set up. They don't land their shots.
Oh shit, I jinxed them. That's my bad, goat.
He will find 2. Reef now left in a 1 versus 4. And it feels like Wolves will find some respite from this attacking side. This round should absolutely be theirs, barring another 1 versus 4 this weekend. And Reef in this position, it ain't gonna happen. 1 player behind, is he gonna be able to do it? I very much doubt it. Wolves get themselves on the board. That was crucial.
Yeah, I mean, that round could well have gone ST's way if it wasn't for FTX whiffing a shot, right? Because Wind is the one that he would have taken down. Wind doesn't get that first kill, and he most certainly doesn't get the second. So, 1 little snipe going Stalwart's way, and that is a flawless offensive effort. And on the whole, I think they'll be very happy chappies about that one. Wolves need to have an incredible start, and they're getting pushed super quick.
Oh, Stalwart straight away over towards B and getting aggressive. 1 player over towards his backside. Did they see the cross? They did absolutely not. Can they manage to find it? No, they cannot. Sounds. He will find 2. Jai now going to try and get this one done and dusted because Wolves are on their way around to help, but they have still not killed Sounds. Eventually they do, but Jai now left in a 1 versus 3. Wolves answer the call very, very quickly. It's
damn. 5-2.
Yeah, just incredible how
come back.
Can completely change the course of Call of Duty mobile history. around on the board here for Wolves. The Sound picks up a double inside the site, and well, at that point, the reinforcements were called. Stalwart couldn't trade in time. And that is Wolves kicking off the defensive round set just as they wanted to. And this is a very different look from Wolves as well. They are really trying to set the pace right now, Ton. You can tell with the variance in strategy, they want to throw Stalwart off.
I like these like random rounds where they decide to try to do something new.
Looking for some information, gained plenty of it. And the information is gained in shotgun pellets to the chest. Reef dealt with so quickly. But he found enough out.
Comeback is real. Chill, chill, chill.
Is it
They
going
got
to
2
help
rounds,
ST
bro.
with this attack, I'm not too sure. Wolves are positioned well.
It's one of those situations where there's enough time on the clock here for Stalwart to still make decisions here. If they could remove Zai from A side, that would be everything. Oh, the hit marker, that's tough because now it's going to draw the entire attention of Wolves. And Stalwart, they're still committing to this.
Still committing over. Club did not make too much noise. Now Zai will back it on down. Did he get much information though? He was shot, that's what he knows. But did you see too many of the STE on their way around getting aggressive? There's no way that Zai has found that. Gets the information for his team and starts on spraying, but Cole can find 2 with a shotgun. The HSO in hand, he will eventually get taken down. It's now a 2 versus 3 in favor of Wolves.
I've seen players do that with the RAL. I've not seen players do it with the type. You learn something new every day, folks. Stalwart now in a 2 versus 3. It's a war on 2 fronts. And Wolves, they are the ones who want to overwhelm.
Can Jai and Skird do much here? Doesn't look that way. Jai was holding an angle, but not that one. King finds 2. Skird will get taken down, and Wolves will find another round. That's
Holy.
3 attacks. Sorry, 2 attacks in a row, I should say. To finding that final round in the defensive side, but 3 rounds in a row here for Wolves. Some life to be seen so far, at least. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm very surprised actually that Stalwart, after making the noise, after tagging
5-3? Wait, guys, don't jinx it. Chill.
Right, maybe they were kind of going for like a double blind or something like that, where it's just like, hey, well, you think we're normally going to rotate away here, so we're just going to commit to it and hope that you've made that decision early on. But nope, Zai did not blink. As a matter of fact, he got more kills. It is a fast, aggressive push from Stalwart in this round. This worked before.
But they had to execute. They didn't last time. And again, Sounds is just continuing to survive over towards his backside. You need to get rid of him, and a 1-for-1 is fine. Oh, they actually have read this. They've read the push that's come through mid. Jay, he's played that so well as Jai. Finds 2, waits for the push, and that might be the 6th round that ST needed.
You got to get rid of Jai before you even get into the site. That's the first thing. If you don't kill Jai, you ain't winning this round, and that's one way to do it. That's a
Jai's the fucking go, bruh.
King now finding his way around, but the bomb has been planted over towards B. King needs to find a pick here if they want a chance. FDX. Nice and safe over towards that side, but not able to help almost immediately. Zai gets aggressive. We'll find them. 2 players clearly towards the backside, but 13 seconds to go. You need to get on moving. King will get taken down, and Clove will find another. ST stop the bleeding, and are 1 round away from a 2-map lead.
I mean, the obvious difference there, right? Sound doesn't pick
Jai is not Zai. Yeah, Jai and Zai are different players. 6-3?
behind the bar. He's serving nothing.
Stalwart coming in as a fucking dark horse, bro.
1 round away from taking a 2-0 series lead against the former world champions. That is one rite of passage you need to do to become world champions yourself. And Wolves, I think they're out of ideas, I'll be honest, Tom. We've seen a variety
Wolves
of
in
different looks in the
shambles.
last 4 rounds.
I got skin that looks
This
like you,
is
goats.
a much more standard approach. They do not want to mess up.
Utility being sent out over towards the B side, and it will draw utility from Wolves as well. So that's an advantage to the attacking team, you would like to think. Information gained by FDX, but the shot not landed. Still 5v5. And everything in this round is just a little precarious now for both these 2 teams. They're playing nervous, they're playing like they have the opportunity to send themselves to a Sunday at a World Championship.
It's all about this first blood. Time's starting to dwindle down in this round. You can feel the tension here in the venue. One player could change the entire course of this game. Jai.
Nobody wants to get picked off first.
Difference maker for Stalwart. He just needs to find this opening blood, and Stalwart are in.
So much utility sent over towards A side of the map, and for a moment, Wolves were drawn away from B. They're now drawn back. And is that going to work out? First blood's going to be massive. Clove just trying to make as much noise as possible, but Wolves, they're ready for this. The first shot's coming through from Peg. The second shots are even better. And Scared now.
Ooh. Ooh, a flawless round. Flawless round. Flawless round. What region? We're from Garena.
3 from Peg. Keeps the minute. That's the beauty of an HSO watching a choke point.
Holy shit.
Just the current meta we live in here in COD Mobile. Just how it is. Everyone was so hopeful when the attachment bans came through. Hey, maybe the HSO might not be better. No, it's still in there. Anyway, fast, aggressive from Stalwart once again, hoping to get rid of Sounds.
Let's see if Sounds can do one better. Well, he's got a little bit of help this time. King right alongside him. Sounds over towards the backside, can find 2 as well. It's wonderful defense from Wolves.
Nah, but this game should have been day 2 though, or day 3.
It's kind of been a bit of a 50-50, the rush over towards B. It hasn't worked out. Now on a 2 versus 4.
Oh shit, holy comeback.
But I don't think for 1 second that Wolves will expect them just to push out of the side, so they're going to do it anyway, but 1 player behind them, they've got to be so careful. Wind will
holy comeback?
with it. That was a Wolves round for a very long time.
Holy comeback, chat. You think Kadam's gonna be dead after this worst tournament? Kadam is not gonna be dead. COD Mobile Esports, yeah.
But yeah, 100% different strategy there from Wolves. They sent a couple of players into the Wolves to B site this time, as opposed to just Sound. So very different.
But Kadam Esports was never alive to begin with.
Were behind in a similar scenario. I think they were actually 6-4 down or something along those lines, and they came back to win it in overtime. No players have found anything but plenty of utility being sent across the board. Peg will find Reef. A car bomb out of nowhere. And now all of a sudden STE do not have the numbers. They may well still be 6-5 up and still need this round to take this one away, but Wolves could very well tie it up with this advantage.
Yeah, now the thing is Wolves don't have to commit to either of these 2 sites, right? They can kind of spread themselves thinly and react to ST considering they now have the numbers. Would have been a nice snipe to ascertain the round for Stillwart, but they are still going to be comfortable for the moment here. Keep an eye on Clove. 11 kills to his name. He's been monumental for Stalwart. He could be everything on the entry towards B, but that is a double up and a half that you do not want to deal with.
ST are playing like a team who are 5-1 up and are currently in a precarious spot. This may well be going to overtime.
No comeback.
Aggressive lines coming through from Wolves, and
it's possible.
Player to be making
like very possible.
Like this, and bold plays are punished by Jai. Zai gets taken down. It's a wonderful shot. 4 versus 4.
But they do not blink. Neither does Stalwart. I really thought for a second there was a strange shot. No, they are committing straight for it. COD timing. They have a chance to get on towards the site.
Being back down at the right time. That stun's not going to land on anything, but there's the bullet from the Tundra. They got to back it on down. FDX will find Peg, and ST are in on the site. This bomb should be going down, and A's on its way over. Does not land. STE, bomb down, 45 seconds. They've got the man advantage, but Sounds evens the odd. 3v3.
3v3 go. Jai, the man of the hour. 1 snipe again could change everything. Wolves taking their time. They've got 30 seconds. They can do this.
30 seconds to formulate how we get back into A and how we defuse that bomb. Sounds trying to distract, but Jai, once again, he's been the hero of this round. Gets another pick, and all of a sudden it's a 2 versus 3. Backs on down. Shot's going to come in from Wind, but he can't find them. And it is all but done.
Oh, shit.
Surely get this one. Sounds is trying his hardest. 9 seconds to go, and not going to get near it.
They're done.
STE find a way in. A miraculous defensive recovery from Wolves is not enough.
That's crazy. They almost came back. 2-0.
Just the reactivity of Stalwart over and over again.
Man. Wow.
Right, I mean, it's Jai, all right, for sure. This guy has changed the game for Stalwart Esport. I don't want to say he single-handedly transformed them into a championship-winning team. I think many in the Garena community would say they've always been capable of that. They just didn't get the chance last year. This year,
no, Stalwart's always been capable.
Well on the road, and I think they've got.
Who the fuck said they're not?
Turbo mode. They've kicked it up. And not sure too. This was a phenomenal start though for Stalwart. 5 rounds on the bounce to kick things off here. And I said it, I mean, they could well have had 6 if it wasn't for 1 whiffed snipe from FDX. That would have been a flawless defensive start. Every single time.
He didn't need to say all that. 1 whiff, like, bro did not need to say all that, bro.
Stalwart had the answer, and of course it most certainly didn't help for the vast majority of those defensive rounds. The first blood, Stalwart had that in the back.
just felt like STE were crumbling a little bit though, didn't it? And that really would have felt like if Wolves could have found that map from where they were 5-0 down at one stage, brought it back to 5-1 at the half. If Wolves bring that back and go on to win it, the mentality difference is...
If Wolves wins this, I'm gonna tweak, bro.
But as it goes, they couldn't, and Stalwart Esports stop the bleeding in those defensive rounds, find themselves 2-0 up in this series, heading in to a Crossfire control. It's been a long old day for Wolves, but they haven't been involved.
Yeah, Wolves been playing for like fucking 10 hours,
bro.
bro.
Want that to be the case in a map number 3.
They need a break.
Stalwart Esports,
Your skin is ditto of you of one spin. Oh yeah.
But both these teams, Brody, very proficient at control. But who's going to bring the A game here? And now a final game of the day.
It's so difficult, isn't it? I mean, Crossfire has been traditionally a great map for both Stalwart and for Wolves, so I do almost kind of expect to see a banger matchup here for sure, regardless of who takes it home. But for Wolves, I mean, your backs are up against the wall. We go back to Crossfire control today from Wolves, and it has been a wild ride for sure. Of course, they managed to...
Is there any chance for Wolves? Yeah, of course.
OUG on this one, 3-0. They took a game 5 loss earlier on versus Galeris, which is, I think, a pretty big loss to take. So it's been kind of mixed signals, I want to say, from Stalwart thus far, or from Wolves so far, excuse me. Stalwart, on the other hand, though, I think they've been pretty confident in this map, to my memory.
Having a look through Stalwart's results so far on Crossfire. They have played it 3 times. They have not lost a round. 3-0 in every single game. That's if Alan's been putting these stats in right anyway. I mean, I'm hoping he has done, but hopefully that is the case. But let's see how things are going to roll on down. I trust I hold shift. And I trust STE are going to feel confident on this map because of that. Wolves, can they answer the call? Well, Peg's already tried to start to do so, and Zion Code trying alongside of him.
Control.
Going. STE now.
Last game.
Back in a position, but
Perhaps.
Wonderfully again over towards that A side. King in a good spot to stop these flankers. Nice start from the side of Wolves.
Yeah, this is a beautiful start from Wolves. They haven't fully cleared out space just yet from A, but I think the primary thing right now is just to make sure that Stalwart aren't able to overextend through B. Even despite those gunfights, you find 3 in the feed now. If you're a Stalwart, you're starting to really push up and trying to get some movement going, create some breathing space. Wolves, for all of the kills they've made here, for the small tentative 2-life advantage they've got, there are still Stalwart players to deal with. A top X and over towards B. You gotta remove those players, even with 45 on the clock.
I might be wrong. I might be running the wrong stats page, but STE being going well, I'm not going to blame Shift for that. He's now going to be saying, what's this guy talking about? Reef now. Over towards the A side, trying to get something going. It's been a nice start from Wolves. Not going to happen for him over towards this side as Wind will shut things down and consistently over towards A. Wolves have been doing a really good job at just being a nuisance. That live discrepancy is looking good.
Yeah, it's the lives at the moment that's really the biggest issue here for Stalwart. So let's just start step number 1. Get control of A. Get the extra 60 seconds of the ball before we move forward. Then you've got to remove players like Sounds from Delhi, and all of a sudden this becomes a tantalizing prospect, doesn't it? You've got a lot of space to work with here. Even in 11v17, you still can walk away with some ticks.
And a significant amount of time and space to work with. They're not necessarily pushing on the point, they're pushing out to try and keep Wolves that little bit further away. Peg can find one, but he does get taken down. STE put themselves in a wonderful spot here now, but look at the flank that could
Did Gannett play in the 10K tournament? I can't remember. He did, yes.
And Wolves will potentially stop the bleeding with those kills that come through. 10 versus 6.
Yeah,
You consider triggers cheating? No.
So what looked like such
SVG couldn't get visas, yeah.
Gets blown apart basically by one man.
What's the point of this tournament? It's more for the players. And yeah, watch parties are not sponsored. Lots of visa issues. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's only so much you could do, right?
Excellent work. 6 versus 3. Still doable here for ST, and there's going to be investment coming through as well. The Tempest is out from Clove. Jai finds Peg. 4 versus 3. 40 seconds.
4v3?
Team has to panic yet.
2v4?
Although ST might be the ones that have to do so.
Yeah, they gotta get on.
2 versus 3. King.
He invested his Tempest there? Holy shit.
Starting to get aggressive as well.
Oh, choke.
The Tempest runs out, but he finds the kill anyway. King will fall.
No way.
Swings one over towards the right-hand side. Clove will take one back. Now just a little bit weak. Hunter killer out. He's not going to be able to find it. Did hear him on his left-hand side. Yes,
No way.
For which the shot has to land. It has to land it now.
Damn. Who won 10K tournament? Dazi's team.
And if he finds that HS kill,
Watching Connor for 5 years, didn't even know champs was today. Yeah, it'd be like that.
That is the most uncharacteristic HSO play from Clove I've seen all tournament long. Missing a couple of key shots. The Hunter Killer drone, of course, was in the air, so they had no choice but to stay inside Wolves in that situation. Big round from Wolves. They want to start strong on this one. Of course, it was such a big round that they automatically have the War Machine off the start of this one. And they are creating a lot of space early on in this round. Worth saying as well, Wolves still have a lot of utility on site. Just the War Machine was invested. 3 ops still to go. So if they manage to capture A early here, Ton, the rotation towards B should be pretty smooth.
That's if they can do. Looking good from Wolves so far.
Who was I looking forward to win it? Oh, I don't mind who wins.
Where they can make their life easier. And Clove feels like the only one who's really answered back from STE. They are getting blown out of the water right now, but Reef finds one back on a peg. A little bit more map control. But Wolves in a really nice spot. That's going to be a quick air capture. Equalizers out for that. No info, nothing.
26-20. Yikes.
Yeah, that's really not good. I know that it's early on in the round because now that leaves you even in a deeper hole than you were previously.
Yikes.
Right? You just invested one of your ops you've got. Look at Wolves' inventory right now. But
also live on TikTok? Nah.
Across their backpacks collectively, it's 4 ops, it's 1 streak, assuming that's just a Hunter Killer drone. Wolves have everything to work with here on this rotation. It's going to take 1 man to blow it all up. Clover's advanced into position here, so for Stalwart, that might be enough to buy them time to get their own ops in this game.
Clove now putting that pressure on. He is going to get taken down by King.
Fred.
But now everything else being brought in by Zai. He's just going to slow them up to give you
time
to get it across. And operators are plenty available from Wolves. They're getting themselves over towards B. Those operators are coming in. Clove will find a big kill on the peg though. And there has been occasions where operators being brought in by both these two teams. It has not necessarily been the best, but Zai will find a couple of the Annihilator. He'll get taken down, 18 versus 14.
I mean, exactly what we were talking about has happened, really. Clove buys enough time here that now they have their own operators, so all 4 ops come out from Wolves. Now it's Stalwart in control of this game with the operators. They are still down by 4 lives, though, and Clove again, yet another suspect Tempest play. Peg comes through. You just got pegged.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, what? You just got what?
And it's looking good for them, but can they continue to keep
you got what?
STE on the defensive side are not necessarily in the worst of positions, but
that's
they need
absurd.
to continue to find these kills. Wolves are on their way. King will find one. It's a trade going to come across the board.
Did I expect Aussie to win? I don't really remember.
We'll pull out the equalizers. 12 versus 5. This is all but a Wolves round. STE need to be perfect.
You just got no map control whatsoever. All you can really hope is smokes off the start will might obfuscate things and get through the middle of the map, but it's just so tough. Wolves watching every single point of ingress. They are going to trade things out. Down to a 3 versus 9 here, Tom, but 35 on the clock. Time not really on Stalwart side either.
3 versus 7. Not gonna happen. King. PS is scared, and all of a sudden 2 players remaining, Clove and FDX. What can you do, FDX?
Oh, he's getting away with that? Yeah, we heard you.
The 2 versus 6. You've got to get back onto the point. 2 versus 5.
Bro, I think he's slick. Oh.
Clove can find 2. 2 versus 4.
Yeah, they're not winning this round.
Coming through. Oh, Sounds will come through with the War Machine, and I kind of get it. But I think what I will say more than anything, instead of it being a waste, ST forced them to use it.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of the theme of that round, right? A lot of forced operate usage. We talked about Wolves kind of having 4 before they even got anywhere close to it. You know, a really good play from Clove, actually, even though it doesn't really result in a round victory, was the fact that he did manage to hold them off so long that Stalwart were able to get ops themselves right after Wolves had exposed those. So, yeah, Wolves off the start of this round. Now looking to 3-0 and get back into the series in indomitable fashion. It's been a solid start in terms of lives here for the moment. Stalwart, again, try and do that thing of just getting players behind enemy lines to cause some carnage, get some distraction plays going, so they can actually get some kind of map control.
Well, I eventually got the right sheet up, Brody, and they have played this twice, have Stalwart. They only lost 1 round, so I was nearly close, just by sheer blind luck. It's not taking much luck for FDX to get a little bit of control here, though. The rest of his team are alongside of him. They are working away on it. Bit of a push going on over towards this B side as well. Is it going to flourish to anything? I'm not too sure. Clove continue to survive. ST doing a good job in this round, though. They're chipping away.
Yeah, that third tick is about to be through on A by the looks of things here. I don't think Wolves are going to stop it at this stage of the competition. Couple of kills though. In favor for Stalwart at the moment. Clove investing.
Are they allowed to use melee? Yeah, of course.
Some space around the back of the map here in this instance, and yeah, that's Clove getting it done. Clove now more the Tempest. He's close to the EMP.
And this is a round that they really need to get going. The EMP would help.
Oh shit, Pred, boom.
Big Pred MSL coming through as well. Takes down Wind. Not too far off. Reef doing some good work as well, so this is looking more and more like an STE round. But I think for STE's hopes, there's 3 kills coming through from Wolves, so making it a little bit more plausible. If I'm Clove, I'm really working on this EMP. Does not find it. That's 5 kills in a row from Wolves, who have made this a lot more interesting than it was looking about 20 seconds ago. They don't find another. They're starting to invest here. They want to make sure. And look at these kills coming in from Peg across the map from the top of balcony, expecting the pressure. It was unrelenting. Clove will find it. 12v9.
It's not the worst death machine in the world, right? You get a couple of kills out of it. You do at the very least prevent Stewart from garnering that mid-map control for a little bit longer. You waste about 15 seconds of time off the clock.
9-12.
Have 60
Wait.
to go and a 4 life advantage to make this transition.
I don't know about
Couple of
this.
ops in the back pocket as well. This is plausible, but you've got to keep control of it.
Plausible indeed.
Find Peg as well and find his way over towards the backside. Wind
Who got
will deal
pegged?
with him, but it's the pressure. It's going to continue. King's going to bring in the Tempest, and Zai going to bring in the Annihilator as well. They really want this 3-0. They want to try and turn this one around. Zai can find 1. Peg gets taken down, but can he continue to sing with the Annihilator? Yes, he can. He finds 2. Sounds will find 2 himself as well. Fantastic work from Wolves. 5v6.
There's nothing like when the Wolf Pack is working together. 5v6, 20 seconds left on the clock. Both ops still in play, and this is a big clear if they could get it. Oh, Peg looks away at the wrong time. So now down to a 4v6. That's a big player to take off the board.
But ST do have to get onto the point here. They can't waste their time. There's a Sparrow out from the other side on Wind. He will find something. Zai continues to do very well with the Annihilator. Zai will find everything else that he
1v3? It might be over.
And it's a 1 versus 3. Wolves may well still have life in this game. It's a 3-0 in the control.
Damn.
And they get themselves on the board in fantastic fashion. That was a dominant Crossfire control.
I mean, wow. The thing is, it's one of those controls, right, where it's dominant. But
it wasn't.
But it wasn't, right? I mean, we literally had this discussion earlier on, right? We talked about, I don't remember what match it was now. It's been a really long day. It was like a 3-2, right? It's like, well, that was one of those 3-2s. I think it was actually Stewart versus Q9. My memory bank has just started working again. Yeah, we were talking about it being...
The dream is alive, chat.
Well, it was a 3-2, but it was actually a pretty dominant 3-2, the way that which kind of Q9 pushed ST back in their spawn. In regard to this match, though, I mean, that was a 3-0, but every single round came down to the wire, came down to just a handful of kills difference, and maybe even a couple of clutches from both rosters. Moments of excellence from Stewart, right? Where they're like, all right, cool, we can really pull ourselves back from the brink here. But it really did feel like it was Wolves consistently in the driver's seat in that game. It felt like whenever we were seeing ops being pulled out from Wolves, rarely were they wasted. And really, rarely were they ill-timed as well. It felt like, you know, those operators coming out, I think probably the one that came to memory, even though it didn't really amount to that much in the grand scheme of things, it certainly kept the status quo intact, which is when they had those 4 operators in round number 2, they brought them all out at the same time to make sure that that life disadvantage...
At least it's not a sweep. Wolves stream's still alive.
Wolves, as we know, this is the Wolves that finished 9-1 in Crossfire control back in CDM. They are so damn good at that map mode combo.
They find the dub. And again, I was kind of just speaking words towards the end. In a sense, it was a close game. A couple of rounds come down, what a 1 versus 3, a 4 versus 2, very, very close moments. But Wolves were the right side of it every single time. 2-1 to Stalwart now. Wolves got a bit of life in them.
And they just finished the game so I could go eat. I'm actually starving. My stomach actually hurts.
Wolves just not enough in the tank to bring that one back, but that's the kind of map it felt like they needed. Heading into a map number 4.
Control's basically frontline? Bro, what? Like the opposite of frontline, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
I feel like a convincing map win from Wolves would potentially get them back in to this game, into this series, into this tournament. And that might just be the sign of life that we needed if we want to see that map number 5.
So I'm fairly certain we haven't actually seen any reverse sweeps this weekend, at least on our broadcast. Maybe perhaps there has been one.
How it feels so similar. Wait, so familiar yet so foreign at the same time. Scrims are fun. Scrims are so much better than ranked.
So this, I believe, would be the first. Someone, I'm sure Alan will text me in a second here. Shift will be like, yeah, there was one. But yeah,
I could have done that for you. My shift impression's a lot better than yours. But you know what? I'm not giving him what he wants.
Listen, I wasn't. You know, my American accent is actually pretty poor, right? So you know, my accents in general. I've got my own, and that's really about it. I've not really got much talent. That being said, yeah, it does feel like if this is the first reverse sweep.
Hardpoint slums. I think Stalwart runs away with it here, bro.
So the loser of this one crashes out of the tournament. I say crashes out. 4th place. Not bad considering the teams we've got left in the tournament. Stalwart Esports, of course, have gotten themselves to top 4. That is what they wanted to do, considering what was it, top 8 last year in the single elimination bracket. They now have proven that, yeah, last year we were a top 4 team. If we hadn't played, I believe it was Wolves in the first round. No, it could have been Wolves. I'll see. It was Q9. Thank you so much, mate. Look, this is why I've got you here. You're my fact checker. Yeah, it was Q9. If they hadn't played Q9, there's a chance that maybe they could have beaten Luminosity or Galaris in that bracket. But regardless, this time around, they are definitively a top 4 team. They have proven they are very much among the big boys, and you just got to get rid of Wolves. You got to get rid of a former world champion, which is no mean feat, to get yourselves into top 3 and Championship Sunday. Man, it's been a beautiful storyline for Stalwart.
I mean, I'll give it to you and Puckett. That was the prediction, that they would go on to be champions. Still, a long way to go for STE. Further to go for Wolves. They are still behind in this series. Can STE close this one out, or will one of the best hardpoint teams in the game get their job done when they need to and send us to that map number 5? Transition over towards the P2 spawns is going to be important. Wolves are the ones who are starting on the better of sides. But that can chop and change quite a few times in the period of 50 more seconds over towards.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is a very important rotation here.
Are they giving the exact same Sophia skin on watching stream that they already give on previous World Cup? I don't know.
Start from Clove, by the way. He doubles up, but yeah, I think teams will very often forget that they kind of need to control the way that this.
Watching pro makes you feel inferior? Nah, bro. You just gotta learn.
And I just hope that Stalwart kind of don't do that. Make sure you keep blue control. Don't let anybody from Wolves flip the map, because it's very easy to let one sneaky beaky boy get past you.
Oh, that might well be it actually as well.
I wish they had like in-game like team organization like skins. That'd be cool as fuck. So you could like rep who you support, you know?
It's a wonderful, wonderful start for our Garena team, still left in the tournament alongside Elevate. And yeah, just as a reminder, you're at home, 2 Chinese teams.
I'm actually starving. I'm dying, bro. I need food.
Well, whatever comes out at the end of this one.
Yeah, Jai had to be really careful there, because I think him pushing too far out of the hard point actually flipped the spawns in favor of Wolves.
Last time I ate was 12:24 last night. Now it's 12:25 the next day. Kill myself.
They're close and very, very personal, but Clover actually pushes out to try and
like CS? Yeah, I like CS.
Finds 4. Clover's had a wonderful start to map number 4. Finds 5 just to slow Wolves down. ST just racking those points up without much contention up until this point. Predator missile on its way through. Kills found by Wolves, but maybe not in the right of places. King can get the Tempest out, and here comes the
EMP. Early ass EMP.
Wolves are maybe got a bit of a foothold here, but SG still just about in control.
And I have to cook later? Fuck, I'm gonna cry. I would order, but like, I'm trying to not order food and eat at home. I'm gonna die, chat. I'm deciding to do fucking 10 million games in one day is the death of me. Go eat. But this is the last game, perhaps, if Stalwart wins. If Stalwart loses and they go to fucking search, I might commit.
On their way through, just put that damage down through the wall, keep them at bay. That's all you need.
You ate like 4 times during. Okay, bro.
Kill comes through though. Jai will find it with the war machine, and now the push.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Huge. Jai, crazy.
4 kills. ST in, making a 5th. Is the 6th following? Not quite.
Pred right now. Pred right now. Yes. Yes.
Has gone up in smoke. ST will now have to fight from the front once again. Those back spawns are hella sticky, so get some smokes down, get yourself.
You know what else is sticky? Let me stop.
You gotta work hard to get back into the hill.
Sounds trying to answer the call that Jai did.
Jai with another 3-piece. This dude going crazy.
These two sides, STE will find a way through. 15 seconds to play for. As you mentioned, Wolves still with those sticky back spawns. Now just going to continue to try and find a way through. Jai, Club combining well. King will be able to find something, but it doesn't really amount to much. Not quite. Push coming through, and that might actually be big from Skirt. Does it actually?
Holy smokes.
No. And now the transition over towards the next hill, but look at that lead for STE. It is quite something.
It is just insane, isn't it, how similar the strategy is for Stalwart compared to 2024 Elevate. This is what we were talking about, right? Elevate, of course, came in with that brand new strategy last year of just flooding.
You had Japanese curry with pork katsu? Bro, ban him. Ban Yoshi, chat. I'm so sad, bro. I'm so... Oh, God.
I managed to find something, but STE are having their way right now. 40 seconds to go over towards the garage Hardpoint, and yeah, Wolves are not spawning in the best of places. They're not too far away, but STE are set up. They're set up clean. Zizai trying to find something over towards the other side. Skirt just comes in and picks it up. It's far too easy for STE.
I would love for some Japanese food right now. Fuck. My stomach's actually growling. I could hear it.
STE could be 100 points in the lead by the time we get the
Skirt will be denied the EMP, but I love the positioning right now from STE, right? FTX was
I'm hungry, chat.
down the long by P3 to make sure that
Boom, boom, boom.
as soon as
Oh.
he dies, all right, we see I think it was Skirt just like picking
Holy wolves in shambles.
making sure, hey, that lane is now open. Now I know people are going to come through Graveyard. The communication right now for Stalwart is on point, and that is pouring out in this scoreline, folks. This is a former world champion. They are 100
Eat now?
points down to Stalwart Esports.
I ate.
The arena has come to play.
It's like when people say like serve.
What kind of momentum could it take them? They just need one good transition. Get some good time over towards.
I don't see wolves winning. I don't see wolves winning, bro.
Flipped on its head. Wolves, are you able to do something about this? Because right now STE are running all over you. 40 seconds to play for here over towards P1. Peg is going to bring the Predator missile in.
It's fine, chat. I'll just cook after this game.
Back in and try and find these spawns. They need good time with P1, a good transition to P2. Get back into the game.
It all sounds so easy to do when we say it's done, but I really don't think it is that easy, especially
Oh, wow. Imagine he transferred. Damn.
into a second kill. That guy has been mental this entire series. He currently sits at 26 kills. Clove also at 27. Before I even got into the series, I talked about two players that you always want to watch out for Stalwart. It's those
Clove and Jai, bruh.
Big fight won by King over towards the backside though. Skirt has to go hunting for him.
Wolves just getting outslayed right now. What are you making? I don't know. Literally anything.
But the rest of Wolves are on their way through, and now they've got the pin over towards the backside, and there's a couple of operators out here as well. But Jai, he'll manage to find something with the wall.
Holy dude, Jai is going crazy, bruh.
Peg, can he do much with this? Not quite. Peg will fall to 3 from Jai.
Nice.
ST are trying to find a way back through, but
Nice war machine, man.
I mean, it just feels like Wolves right now just doggedly trying to keep Stalwart out of the hard point as opposed to actually
What the fuck? Why my shit don't do that?
through with a death machine. Now they're starting to regain real estate here.
Yikes.
Trying to fight to get back in.
Win brings in the Sparrow though, and we'll find a couple. Zai tries to find one
Huge.
back as well, and it's going to be a break coming through from Wolves, but still those close spawns for STE. If Wolves can actually get a foothold, establish themselves in the point, it's a perfect situation
Choke,
to
Reef!
just blows them out the water. It's 3 from him. STE now trying to find
Wow, Reef!
again. It's 5 from Reef.
This is just 20 seconds. You
Wow, 6!
Wolves. You have to full send it here, and if
Okay, he overheated, chat. He overheated. What's the time there? 12:30 p.m.
Just look at the lead, man. It's 100.
I started streaming at 3 a.m. for context.
This is the losers bracket semi-final. This is the top 4 of the tournament.
Holy!
Set themselves up over towards P3. That 60-second hill that they need to find, it needs to come soon. It needs to come very soon, because right now they're over 100 points behind. It's 110, but it is starting to close.
Wolves kind of getting fucking pegged.
Getting some good time over towards P3 and finding the kills as well.
Gunho to make them move fast.
It doesn't seem as if they're holding it down. The spawns are there over towards Fountain for them, but they need to keep ST out of this hill.
Yeah, you got to remember that the last time was broken by STE, right? They can do it again. All you got to do is get those smokes down and get behind.
Yeah, at least Wolves on triple digits now.
Much of an answer to it. So you have to
This hill is a huge money hill. It's hard to break.
They are much more careful this time around.
Dude, Skirt making up angles, bro.
Have they managed to find a way in? Though it looks that way. Scared. Finds the break. 25 seconds to play for here. Every single time that you think Wolves have held something down, you look at the scoreline, it's still 8.
3 a.m. You're an absolute dude. I'm fucking exhausted. Not a legend. I'm tired.
And they just need to keep chipping away.
Double digit club? Nah. Triple digits, but I don't think they're hitting 150, dog. Actually, maybe, but next is a big hill too. Unless FDX has something to say about it. Oh, he's shocked. Yep. Wow, well played from Stalwarts. They're so fast. They're so fast and in your face. We appreciate you streaming, my go. Thank you. Fuck you, Yoshi. Fuck you and your Katsu. Motherfucker. Well, yeah, it's game. It's game chat. And he has God angle.
One more chance for our former world champions to try and find a way through, but STE, they are winding up.
GG's.
Finding everything, and
they're too far.
Themselves to Champs Sunday in the blink of an eye.
Wow. They didn't even high five. They just smacked each other. Look at that shit. Look, look. Look. High five? High five? Nope.
Soak in this moment, folks. You are witnessing Call of Duty mobile history. Wolves were in contention to be the first team to ever win the World Championship twice.
Damn, bro's looking at the stats.
Nope, says Stalwart Esports, a team that has to prove that they deserve to be considered among the best of the best in the
Damn. Why are you not playing? Fuck this.
That's gonna sting a little bit for Wolves. You know that they wanted to go just a bit further, but top 4 in the world is nothing to be upset about. This is always my least favorite part of the competition.
He's bowing to them, my respectful king. FPX, what a go.
Absolutely deserved this. They fought through a grueling lower bracket run and took down a team that so many were counting as the one to win it.
Don't sleep on the goats. The stalwart goats.
Performance for Stalwart Esports.
Incredible.
Alright, chat, bruh. Fuck the replay. Fuck the highlight. I'm going to get food. Thank you guys for watching with me. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 a.m. Same time, same place. We're going to be watching the grand finals. Let's fucking go. What a series of matches today. Phenomenal. Cinema. I go yeet. I'm so hungry. I'm going to like pass out any second now. I literally feel weak. Holy shit. Not to be dramatic, but I get so weak in the